Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a grand evening at San Diego.
Hello, and my name is Hillel Jacob.
I'm Ethan Ramirez.
And we're here at the Pointers Stadium, the Benny Edens Field, for an amazing homecoming football game for the Pointers. Pointers versus the Rancho Bernardo Broncos.
I gotta say hello. This is gonna be a most anticipated game I might see in my lifetime as an announcer. Both these teams have great players, have great coaching staff. I'm going to say, I can feel the energy in the crowd right now. I think it's going to be a great night of football.
I think it's going to be so fun. I mean, what sets this game apart from any other games or a lot of games that we cover is that there is an amazing, really great football player as one of the head coaches for Rancho Bernardo. That's Eric Weddle.
Eric Weddle, he played for many teams in the NFL. He might be a Hall of Famer. I'm not too sure. But I do know that this man has a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, he played on the San Diego Chargers, the LA Chargers, the Ravens, and he won a Super Bowl for the Rams back in 2021. So that's going to be pretty great, and we might be able to talk to him during the halftime show.
I'm going to say hello. I am excited for tonight. Tonight is Point Loma's homecoming game, so you know the crowd is packed tonight for this amazing school and this amazing night. I could say it looks like a pink out I see from that sign over there. And I gotta say, they did represent tonight.
I know, the ASB really set up, the crowd is really full, and the smoke is coming out of the cave.
And here we have the players here.
That's right, this is the homecoming football game. This is the biggest game of the season for any school, really, so it's gonna be pretty great. You can see them.
Look at this energy.
Yeah, you can see them showing
pumping
their
up
flag.
the crowd. Wow. I could tell they're gonna bring it tonight, man. It's gonna be a great game.
I mean, you know, the last two games, this is their third game of the season. Their first game they lost, and their second game they won. So they're coming in. The Point Loma Pointers are coming in with a little bit of momentum. You know, they're trying to even out. It's hard being 1-1, and you don't really know what to do. The season's just started, but they're doing their best, and they're going to bring it on tonight.
I gotta say, well, this game is gonna decide a lot for their season. A lot of their season depends on like the motivations of the team, and if they're able to come back from tough situations like this. You know, and to start your first game off with a loss is kind of hard. So if they're able to come back from this and win this game today, it's just gonna be a challenging game. I think they have a bright future ahead of them this season, maybe even a state championship.
Well, we'll have to see. I mean, I think they got the semifinals for semifinals last year. Yeah, so they got semifinal CIF championships last year for the Point Loma Pointers. So we're just gonna have to see. They didn't make. I mean, they made it up to the semifinals. But speaking of losing, let's hear from the Point Loma High captains on how they feel. We interviewed them. We had a chance to speak with them, and they told us what it feels like to lose and what we gotta. No?
A little later. We'll from a little later. Right now, we're having some technical difficulties. Very sorry about that. But here we have the color guard coming out, present the flags, along with the national anthem. I bet it's a proud night for these young folks here, being able to represent their school along with their nation. What a proud moment for them it might be. While we're here, we can talk about the key players for each team. On the Point Loma side, we have Ryder Watson sitting at 170 pounds, 5'11", and he's the QB for the Point Loma Pointers tonight. I gotta say, this guy's looking good. In the last game against Otay Ranch, he had 246 passing yards, which is really good for a high school QB, along with 383 passing yards for the season so far.
And then next up, we have number 9, wide receiver Romeo Carter. He's a junior. He's 6'3" and 175 pounds. In the last game, he got... All right, we're going to hold on that. And
this is the American anthem. Oh, we're off. And we're back. Ready to start off a great game tonight. Both teams look pumped. I think it's going to be a great one. How about you, Lo?
I'm super excited. It's going to be a fun game. Let's continue on with the key players. With the key players for Rancho Bernardo. Starting off with pause on that.
There's the same people. It's all
right.
Continuing on that, we have Harry Hustler, a junior here. He's 6'2". Wow. I'm gonna say a high schooler 6'2". That guy's towering over everybody. He's 165 pounds, and he is another QB. So we'll probably see the Ryder and him switch off tonight. A little competition never hurts anybody, but I think they're gonna do a very good job tonight.
And then next up we have Dylan Upjohn. I'm pretty sure he is a QB for the Point Loma Pointers, and he has 183 wide receiver, 183 receiving yards.
We were able to talk to some of the players today, and they said that he is a very underknown player, so they hope to see some very big plays from today. I'm expecting a lot from this team. I'm expecting a lot from both teams. Play such a high level of the game. I expect nothing but greatness, and I hope you guys are too, because I think we're going to get it tonight.
I know. I mean, these teams are some of the top teams in the county. This is Division II football, so it's a pretty big deal to have these two teams played out tonight. It's going to be a fun game. You know, again, it's the start of the season. They are, just getting started, and it's starting off strong. We're excited to see what we have tonight.
Here we can see the captains meeting for both teams, doing the honorary coin flip to see who's going to get the receiving ball and who's going to be defending for the first session. Let's see here. All players. It looks like hold 1 second, folks. As you can see, the homecoming crowd is very full tonight. Look at that pink out. You can really see the school spirit in those students right there.
Yeah, that's all ASB right there. The Associated Student Body puts together these football games and does their best, especially with the homecoming football game. I was in my high school's ASB last year, and it's pretty hard putting these games together.
I gotta admit, these games require months, even weeks of preparation to get these done. So the fact that it looks good out tonight means that their work's good, and we gotta appreciate them for that.
Yeah.
We got both these coaches giving the last motivational speeches before they go into battle. The hype from both teams tonight. I think it's gonna be a great game. We will have kickoff here very shortly, and it's gonna be a start to a great night of football in the city of California.
Okay, Rancho Bernardo is on defense. The Point Loma Pointers are going to start it off for tonight.
See the ball.
Show us what they got.
We might even see Dylan Upjohn receiving the ball here today.
Yeah, he's a fresh. Oh no.
I don't believe he's a freshman. I believe he's a junior.
It's my bad.
Got potential tonight.
See those cheerleaders for the Point Loma Pointers hyping up the crowd. They're a big part of the game.
I could see, I could hear the energy from here. I could feel the energy. You might even say an earthquake is happening right now.
I know, we're right on the San Andreas Fault, so you never know if it's the cheerleaders or if it's the fault line. So let's hope. But here we are. We're starting off our kickoff.
Yeah, kickoff for the Broncos today. We'll see how this goes.
Right, number 27 lifts it off.
Out of bounds. That's gonna be cut short. It looks like the Broncos are gonna be starting with a mid to average kickoff return here. I know. I feel like they could have got a little more out of that. Let's see if the Point Loma Pointers can get something going on this drive. Let's just talk about Point Loma right now.
Yeah.
They have been looking amazing this season with a dominant win of 47-6 for St. Pancquel. Oh my gosh!
I know. I mean, that's pretty insane. I mean, it's hard for San Pascal, but not hard for the Pointers because they're coming in this game with a lot of energy and a lot of spirit.
Yeah. Broncos here came off a loss in the first week of the season. This will be a great decider to see. It'd be a great decider to see if they could push through the tough times and get something going. Oh, we have a run here from the Pointers. Probably gained about 5 yards there. I just gotta say, we heard from the captains of Pointers that they have a really aggressive running back here. So we're probably going to see a lot of the run game, and it's going to be a very important thing that the Broncos have to stop if they want to have a chance of winning this game tonight.
All right, nice ball pass.
Oh. Ooh, slightly over the head.
Yeah, I tried to go for a corner, didn't quite get it.
A little over the head, Got to get the early game jitters out from the QBs. I'm sure we'll see plenty of incomplete passes at the very start of the game.
Yeah, we saw these QBs, we saw these teams warm up before the game. They didn't have a lot of time, maybe 20 minutes to really warm up on the field and just get ready for this game. So, it's hard easing into the game, right into the action, right into the homecoming football game.
As a former football player, I can tell you, the 20 minutes is just not enough to get warmed up. These teams are really going to have to rely on the early game to get warmed up.
All right. Ooh.
A bobbled pass there.
Another
from Point Loma.
Another corner out there, but he just couldn't get his hands on it.
Incomplete pass. We're looking at a third down here for Point Loma. Wow, we could really hear the sound here from the crowd. A chant all the way from across the field. The energy is really being brung tonight. It looks like both teams are taking a quick break. Reconvene as the Pointers come out for a punting, I believe. I gotta say, though, this is a weird punting formation.
Pretty odd.
Let's go.
Here we go.
Go, Jay.
Great punt. They're gonna let it roll, and it keeps rolling. Wow. You got to give the punter some props there. That was a really good punt. Maybe 50 yards. That's hard to do in high school, so props to him.
Yeah.
Ooh. I just say hello. Both rosters are stacked tonight. There's a lot of future college talent on these teams.
There definitely is. There's a lot. You could really feed some people in.
A lot of people are going to be wanting the ball tonight, so it's going to really matters who wants it the most. When you get on the field, do you want to take an opportunity?
All right, looks like running back 21, passing a handoff. Take him down.
Number 21, Dylan Ingo. I'm sure we'll see plenty of him tonight.
Right on the 39-yard line.
It seems like they got a lot of that run play. Wow. We did talk to their coach, Eric Weddle, before the game, and he said that they had a formidable running offense. So it is also going to be very important for Point Loma if they can even stop this dominant running offense. So we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, they really gotta lock that down and watch them. I mean, they can sneak behind, sneak around. You really gotta keep your eyes on the running back.
With another run, I gotta say, hello, I'm impressed. They're getting multiple yards every single play.
Hey, little by little.
That one is going to get called back. I believe so. There seems to be some confusion on the field. Flag down on the play.
Let's see.
And it looks like this one is going against the Pointers, and they're going to get extra yards. That's going to lead to a Broncos first down.
It's like 5 yards for the Pointers. There's a ball carry on number 21.
Dylan Ingo once again making his name heard in the field tonight in the early moments of this game.
Yeah, but he did get a little ball carry, so let's see.
We'll see if they go back to the run here. Personally, I try to get the pass going. I mean, I'm not the coach, but you got to have the pass line open to have a chance in the game. Motion for number 2. Here's another run. Oh, never mind. Incomplete pass to number 2.
Number 2, Hugo Gonzalez. He's a junior.
Just over him. Little incomplete pass. Like I said, it takes a while for these QBs to get warmed up. You didn't really see much of the QBs passing with their teammates before the game. So this is a great opportunity for the QBs to get a good feel of the ball, good feel for the game, and good feel for the whole night in general.
I hear you, Ethan.
I gotta say hello. The first minutes of the game can mean everything in the end.
Yeah, of course.
So it's how you start off from the very start of the game, how you come out in the gate and like show the energy is how it's gonna end in the end.
I know. I mean, we were talking to some of the captains. Oh,
Wow. We see the running back, number 21. Number 21, Dylan Ingo, getting pushed back on this play.
wow.
Great job from the defense there, holding them off.
Yeah, just like I was saying, we talked to some of the captains for the Point Loma captains, Point Loma pointers. They were telling us it's really about your mindset. I mean, you got to have everybody on the team giving their all. If there's one player, who has doing bad in school, or he's not doing his all on the field, and he's just lacking behind, no matter what it is, it brings the whole team down. You have to have everybody locked in, focused, and just putting their all into the sport.
I cannot agree more. Being a student athlete means you're a student before an athlete. So the grades in school and your opinion in school really matter. You got pass number 17. Wow. Hard hit. Got him immediately. He looks fine. Wow. Number 3 got hit hard there on the play. Might have been a 2-yard gain, but he stopped in his tracks. And it looks like the Broncos are going to bring out the punting team for this one.
Pass incomplete on number 17.
I gotta say hello. Both teams have done a great job of defense tonight so far. I thought the Broncos were gonna get something going there, but Point Loma did a good job at stopping them and keeping it to a minimum. Punt here from the Broncos.
All right, let's see.
I gotta say, it's a great punt. It's gonna end up in a
Out in the end
touchdown.
zone.
Oh, it looks like some action's happening with the punter here. Seems like the punter got hit after the ball was kicked. But no penalty was thrown on the play. The Broncos got away with that one. Looked pretty rough. Here we have the Broncos cheerleaders. Seem like they travel well. We have a decent home crowd for it being a visitor game, so kudos to them.
All right, first down on the pointers. We're starting off.
Looks like we're starting off around the 10-yard line. We'll see if this will be the drive to get something going.
Got my iPad.
I gotta say hello.
Let's start.
Complete pass. He's trying to get past. Out of bounds. Great carry from the receiver here. Number 2, James Weddle there.
22. First down for the pointers.
First down, first play. That's a good sign, hello, I must say. And also, we got to talk about the occasion of the first touchdown of the game. I got to say, if you're the first team to score the first touchdown of the game, it kind of sets the tone for the rest of the game, you know?
Yeah.
Who's going to open the score? Who has the momentum? Who has the drive to keep going? Looks like a run through the middle.
Right, yeah. Right
Got closed in on.
On the 37-yard line.
We have 7:49 left in the half. Game's going by fast. Still 0-0.
It's a beautiful night tonight. I mean, you know, the weather said it was going to be pretty hot in the 90s. I mean, some people even said hundreds. I don't believe them. But, you know, it's cool right now. It's not too warm. It's looking good. And I'm feeling good. How are you feeling, Ethan?
I gotta say, I'm surprised too, Hillel. I was told it was gonna be to bring a blanket.
Open pass, and number 13 catches it right at the 35-yard line, complete pass.
Yeah, I was told to dress light, but I might even be cold tonight because it is a freezer. We're already down to third down here for the Pointers.
All right, 5 yards, pass complete.
We don't see it. This Pointers got to convert on this down right now. they want to have a shot of continuing this drive. Let's see how this plays out. Yeah, run down the middle. Yeah, I think he gets it low. Might be just over. And that it might be a first down here for the Pointers.
58.
First down. There we go.
For the Pointers.
Good decision by the coach here. With only 3 yards left, when you have short yards, you can want to run the ball because you have a higher chance as punching it through the defense than trying to miss an incomplete pass. First down for the Pointers. Looking for a pass. Oh, and he's running. Flag on the play. And he got tripped up. There we go. QB, number 15. Number 15, Ryder Watson. Starting the game off strong. I gotta admit, a QB that could run is a good QB. You don't want to just rely on your receivers to catch the ball, but you also want to be able to escape the pocket when it's tough. Times are getting tough.
I know, and the point Loma. That's what you know. We had a chance to speak with some of the coaches, as I mentioned, or some of the captains, as we mentioned earlier, and that's something they got to improve on, is keeping that pocket open for longer, giving that QB more time, and keeping that defensive line from closing in.
That's true. That is one of the things that stopped them from winning their first game. So we'll see if they're able to tighten up tonight against a tough opponent.
Very tough opponent indeed. And like we mentioned before, Eric Weddle, who is safety for the Chargers, and safety for the Chargers and the Ravens and the Rams. He is here. He played back in 2021, his last season for the Rams, and he won a Super Bowl. So he's the head coach for Rancho Bernardo. He's gonna bring some of his superstar expertise.
I gotta admit, Hillel, if I'm one of these players on Rancho Bernardo, I'm lucky to be learning from a legend, I must say. To have an NFL player as your coach is a luxury not most of us get to have in our high school careers.
And he's even coaching one of his own kids. He's a freshman on the varsity team. He's 6'3", Gage Weddle.
Wow.
So, he's
6'3" as a freshman is incredible.
I guess it runs in the blood when you're, I have some friends who are kids of ex-NFL players, and they're big kids. I mean, it runs in the blood.
Runs in the blood, I must say. We were starting off pretty slow here. I was expecting some more action, but last time these teams played, it was 10-7, a very low-scoring game. But the Broncos did end up pulling out that game out, so they're trying to keep the streak going tonight. Both coaches said that they were anticipating this game all season. Oh, the ball comes out. Fumble out. We're going to see who gets this ball right here, Coach, but it might be a turnover. The Point Loma seems to have been able to recover the ball, but that is not a good sign for Point Loma if they already have fumbles this early in the game. Point Loma seems to have their band out tonight.
Yeah, they're loud. I mean, I don't know if you can hear them on the broadcast, but here they are. They're looking professional. They even got some cheerleaders down in the bottom left. Look at that. All right, we're starting off.
Second down for the Pointers here.
All right, let's see, looking for an open pass, but again gets just pressured, but he seems to catch it right down the middle.
Broncos players are saying incomplete, but he is coming up with the ball right now.
Yeah, number 12, Drew Wayne. He's a senior.
Big guy. It seems like they are giving the ball to the Pointers. Personal foul here on the Broncos. Gotta say, this has been a very flag-heavy game so far. Against both teams, not just one.
And all right, looks like 5 yards up. Oh, personal foul against the Broncos. 1st and 10 on the 40-yard line.
1st and 10, they're making their way down this field.
Inch by inch. Let's see if we can get some far passes. Oh, and a nice lob. It looks like pass complete, and he gets it in the air.
Number 35 here. Number 35, Caden Williams. He is a junior.
I mean, that was a pretty great play. He catched it over
Another Broncos player. I gotta say, hello. The middle is a great pass for slants and stuff, but it does leave the receiver vulnerable to getting hit hard, so it might take him out.
Yeah, but it didn't take him out. He looks like he's still up and ready to catch a couple more balls and give the pointers some points on the board.
Great line there, hello. I gotta say,
Slow
game.
Slow game, but it's fun. Let's see, looks like to be a handoff down the middle, and it's brought down by Rancho Bernardo.
Seemed to got stopped pretty early there. I think the Broncos are starting to learn up the middle running. They're getting a good grasp of what to stop. We have 4:17 left on the clock, the first quarter.
Just the first quarter.
I gotta admit, Hillel, unless the Pointers get something going this half, we might not see a score in the first quarter.
We'll have to see. I mean, it's up to the Pointers. They're still on first down right now.
And they have been moving the ball.
Down.
Second down. They're moving the ball down the line, past the 50-yard line. They're in enemy territory right now.
All right, let's see. And it's a great catch.
What a pass! Oh, my gosh.
Number 9 right before the end zone on the
Number 9, Romeo Carter.
96-yard line. We spoke about Romeo Carter early. That was a great pass right in, cradling the baby. He just got it right in his arms, right in the basket. That was beautiful.
That was beautiful. It should be put in our museum.
Yeah, that was a great corner by Romeo Carter, right on the edge, right in the end zone, sideline, right before the end zone.
Look to be in the 9-yard line here. This is the red zone right here. This is the opportunity to make a play.
All right, let's see. Got some rugby action going on.
Able to be brought down a little early, but they did gain yards on that play. They're making progress. Second down, Pointers. We still have 3:50 left on the clock. There is a high possibility Point Loma scores here and puts the first points on the board.
And that's going to be good, as we discussed earlier. Getting the first points on the board really builds that momentum and makes it seem like, there's a really good possibility that they're going to win this game.
I could not agree more.
All right, number 15, QB looking for an open pass, but he looks to be chased out, lobs it up in the end zone.
In the end zone, number 12 on Point Loma, Drew William, the senior here. A great play to be making on your last year on the team.
A great touchdown. That was clean. I mean, QB got a little pressured there. He started to freak out, started to run down on the right side, but he found the open pass, and Drew William, he caught it, bringing the first 6 points on the board.
I gotta say, well done by the QB, well done by the wide receiver. It is going well for the Pointers so far. Lining up number 14 for the field goal. Down the middle.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. We are looking at 0 Broncos, 7 Pointers with 3 minutes and 24 seconds left in the half.
Let's see what can happen, let's see what can happen for the rest of this quarter. 3 minutes and 24 seconds in the quarter. Let's see if Rancho Bernardo can bring that game up, and let's just see.
I gotta say hello. Now, what the Broncos do here is gonna mean a lot for the rest of the game. If they're able to come back and have a scoring drive after this drive, we know it's gonna be a fighting game. It's gonna be a hard-fought one. We just need to see if the Broncos have the energy to come back and keep playing hard.
I mean, we broadcasted the San Diego Cavers Hoover game last week, and that was an interesting game because it was not like this. By the first quarter, there was, I think, 14 points for the Cavers on the board. You're gonna have to fact check me on that, but it was a high-scoring game. This doesn't seem to be super high-scoring. We're just gonna have to see what comes up and what builds. Maybe the game will get quicker. Maybe the jitters will be out, and they'll start scoring more.
I could not agree with you anymore, Hillel. Kickoff. It looks like the Broncos are going to run out this one.
All right, and he's still going.
Oh, my gosh. To the 50, to the 40. He might go all the way. Oh, my gosh. What did I just tell you, Hillel?
Wow.
The fans are going wild on this one.
And that just makes this game way more interesting. That is going to change some stuff up.
I just got to say hello. Things just got real. I was talking about how momentum after a scoring drive is important for the opposing team. And I think the Broncos just said exactly what I was thinking, that they needed to come out hot. And there is no better thing to do than have a kickoff return. Wow.
I know. I mean, that just really speeds up this game, and let's just see what happens.
It looks like the Broncos are going for 2 here. Very unusual to see in the first quarter. Let's see if they get this here. If they don't get it, they'll be down a point, and that could come back to haunt them later in the game.
All right, number.
Oh, bad trip.
Didn't get the points.
Didn't get the points, and I gotta say, Hillel, I'm calling it now. That point's gonna come back to haunt them later in the game, because having 1 point difference in the end of the game can mean everything.
And that can just hurt your soul.
It is the difference between an overtime game and it being a devastating loss.
But we got 3 more quarters. They have 3 more quarters to maybe get those 2 point conversions. 2 point conversions, right? So let's see if they can get some more points on the score, more points on the board, and let's hope that kickoff return touchdown wasn't the only of its kind. We'll see.
We'll see. I think we're going to have a lot of highlight plays tonight. We saw that long pass to number 12, and then a kick return touchdown right after. I got to say, I said it was a slow game, but things just got real, man.
I know. I think you just jinxed it.
It's a good thing I did, because no one wants a snoozer.
No, that's no fun.
Well, what would be a crazy thing to happen right now?
What would be a crazy thing to happen right now, Ethan?
If the Pointers come back out with a kick return touchdown. Oh, my gosh.
That would really show those Broncos what's up. Let's see if they can do that or at least get some yardage.
It's easy ball. Oh, my gosh.
No way!
Oh, my gosh.
Number 35 speeding down the sideline.
Oh, my gosh. What did I say? Oh, my gosh. What a start.
And it looks like we called it. The Pointers bring on another kick return touchdown. Great call by you, Ethan.
Back to back. You can say hello. You do not see that every single day. This is something special tonight.
Wow, and you can just see the crowd. I see the crowd and feel the crowd as the ground begins to vibrate and the earthquakes begin to come in. That was an insane play. I mean, come on, Ethan.
Hello, I gotta say, I'm lost for words right now. That stunned me to my core. Oh my gosh.
Really show those Broncos that, you think you can do that? Well, we can do it too. This is gonna be a good game tonight. All right, they're going for the 2 point conversion.
1 point, hello.
1 point, I'm sorry.
And it's through the middle. 6-14 Pointers. Oh my gosh. Like I mentioned, that failed 2 point conversion might come back to haunt them here.
It looks like it will. They're not going to need 1 touchdown. They're going to need a couple of touchdowns to really come back at the Pointers. And the Pointers have a big advantage out here. It's their homecoming game. They are on their home field. They have a full crowd. I don't know if you can see it right now, but they got a full crowd. I can't even see an open seat up there in the stands.
I gotta admit, Hillel, for school spirit, this might be the best I've ever seen. The crowd, the stadium's packed, the energy's here, and the Pointers and the Broncos are giving them a game to remember right now. This might be a classic. It seems they're re-kicking the field goal here. A penalty on the Pointers, and he's gonna make it again.
All right,
Number 14 is not disappointing tonight. Hello, I cannot believe I'm saying this right now, but we've had 3 touchdowns in the last minute of game. Oh my gosh.
Come on. I mean, you pretty much jinxed it when you said this was a slow game. I mean, come on now. This is pretty great.
If I could go back in time and warn myself what's happened, I wouldn't believe myself.
But here we are. The future is the future. I mean, the present is the present. You can't predict the future.
Ugh. Wow. I gotta say, I was thinking this game was going to be a snoozer today, but I have been proven wrong by both these teams.
I mean, both these teams, last year they had a pretty close game. They both were in the semifinals. They didn't make it past that, but they both were in the semifinals on the different sides of the bracket for the CIF semifinals. So they're both pretty evenly matched games for the Division II San Diego football.
I gotta say, when the people at Max Preps were putting this game together, I think they knew it was gonna be a doozy. We have kickoff here from Point Loma. Let's see if they can return it. I'm not gonna say it again, but it'd be crazy.
Don't even. Oh, it looks like.
And he does get brought down. They won't have a three-peat, but there's some good yardage. Looks like they're on the 35-yard line.
All right, kick return by number 17 on the Broncos. That's Jaden Bess. He's one of the key players for the Broncos, as I've discussed with head coach. Not with head coach, but with one of the coaches for the Broncos. Jaden Bess, he's a wide receiver. He's a senior. He's only 5'10", but you don't need height when you got skill.
I cannot say it anymore, Hillel. I think of many people, NFL stars, who have thrived off being shorter than being taller.
All right, nice pass by number 2. Oh, and he's breaking some ankles. Makes it pretty far down the field.
Wow. I gotta say, that must be around a 20-yard gain here. So 2:44 left on the field. Well, I might be crazy, but we might see another touchdown here coming up soon for the Broncos.
Let's see if we can get that in.
I gotta say, it's a bold move for Coach Eric Wedler to go for the 2-point conversion in the first play. Usually teams save that for the end half of the game when a tough game-breaking decision's happening, but he wants to go for it. He wants the energy. He wants to.
And that probably was that was his mindset before. You know, the Pointers just got their touchdown, but you know, we're better. He's probably feeling a little good about his team, and as he should. But the Pointers really showed them with that return touchdown. So
we got number 10, Kalen Burnham out there. He's a senior, so last year putting in the good work. It's a good run. I believe that was a jet sweep. I'm not the best football fan, but.
All right, 2nd and 2. Handoff was successful. Number 10 tackled by 21. That is Jack Letts for the Point Loma.
Motion here.
Let's see what the Broncos have for us. Number 12, handoff to number 21 for the Broncos, but brought down. Looks
wow.
like.
Number 4 there. He might be called a brick wall because he made him go nowhere.
Ian Metzer. He's 210 pounds and 6'2" as a senior.
Woo! That's a big guy.
strong guy. You need that when it comes to being a linebacker.
I can bet you both these teams hit the weight room. And they are rightly so. We have seen a lot of stone-hard tackles here today, and it's just the first quarter.
And here we have the Broncos cheerleaders. You know, they come out with the football team. They're pretty much just as important. They really hype that crowd up and get that spirit going, which translate onto the team and gives the team what they need to succeed. You need hype from the crowd.
Wow, number 11 here, going through the crowd. Trey Dunham. Nope. I lied. I'm sorry, guys. It's not Trey Dunham. The running back. We don't have his number, but great run from him. Bulldozing through people here.
Handoff complete.
We are coming close to the end of the quarter here. We have 58 seconds left. The Broncos might need to get it going fast if they want to finish it before the half.
Yeah, balls on the 18-yard, first down.
18-yard line. It's not the red zone, but it's damn close.
Let's see what the Broncos have got to bring it back to the Pointers. Oh, fake handoff, and he tosses it.
Seems like it's incomplete there. Intended for number 88 here on the Pointers. Great coverage from the Broncos here tonight. Being able to break up that pass.
All right, look at these cheerleaders for the Broncos.
Time has stopped here, Hillel. We have 20 seconds left in this quarter. I would not be surprised if they do not get the touchdown in 20 seconds.
2nd and 10 for the Broncos.
Let's see if they can get something going.
Let's see. Looks like the QB's running it down the field.
Number 11. Trucked out of bounds. There's going to be 13 seconds left on the clock. Now, hello. I think there's a question that me and you both have in our minds. Is Coach Eric Weddle going to go for 2 again if he scores a touchdown?
I don't know. I mean, they're 8 points behind. I mean, that's one good way to tie it up, to really show the Pointers what's up. I mean, we're just gonna have to see. I think he will. He tried the last 2 times, it didn't work, but that's how you tie up the game right now. And if he really wants to tie up that game, he wants to bring it on and bring an equal clean slate for both teams coming into the second quarter. I think that's what he's gonna do.
If I had to put money on it too, I think he's going for the 2-point conversion. You got to gain back that extra point you lost. But the risky thing about the 2-point conversion is that you might not see that point ever again.
But here we got a touchdown for the Broncos.
Oh, number 21, I believe. Number 21 for the Broncos, Dylan Ingen. We saw him at the very start of the game, making his mark. With 9 seconds left on the clock, we're about to see what Eric Weddle goes here for today.
9 seconds in the first quarter. And that wasn't an ego. That was Miles De La Cruz, number 20, wide receiver. He's a junior.
And, well, it looks like we were right. It seems like the Broncos are coming out in the 2-point conversion formation. Let's see if they get lucky here.
Oh!
And it's good. Look at that.
And look at that. Just like I said, the scores are tied up. And that's about the end of the first quarter. 9 seconds left. It's a clean slate for both teams. 14-14. Pretty high game right now.
I think that was a very important part of the game there, Hillel. If Broncos did not get that 2-point conversion, they'd be down a ton of points going into the final quarter late in the game.
And here we have Eric Weddle. Again, that is the head coach for the Broncos. Safety. Played professionally for the NFL for a number of years.
I gotta say, Hillel, one of the best indeed. Great for his sport. Let's just see if he could teach a high school team here tonight.
I mean, I saw some interviews with him from some all over the news when he was when it's discovered that he was the head coach for the Broncos, and it's
no way. It's something the Pointers are gonna have to overcome to have a chance of winning this game tonight.
Look at that beautiful sky in the background. We're in sunny San Diego. Not so sunny right now, but it's orange and it's beautiful out here tonight.
Yep.
No, yeah, we're right by the ocean. It's great. Good feelings, good vibes.
I gotta say, Lilo, I could not agree with you any less. There's no better place to be than San Diego on a Friday night game. Friday night lights, they say.
We're happy to call this game for you. We're happy to be here tonight with you. I hope you guys are enjoying this amazing live stream, enjoying this great play from the Pointers and the Broncos.
Seems like we had a run there from the Broncos. Didn't really do much for them. It's going to be second down for the Broncos. Probably a 2-yard gain there. But it looks like both teams are going off for a timeout.
No, it looks like to be the end of the first quarter.
Oh, it is the end of the first quarter. Wow. Time definitely flies.
I know, now that's the end of the first quarter, 7:40 p.m. in the evening. It's dinner time, and that just gets me hungry because I smell Chick-fil-A, because that's right, this stadium, the Benny Edens Field in Point Loma, has a sponsorship with Chick-fil-A. They got a whole Chick-fil-A truck out here selling Chick-fil-A to their students and to the people who come to enjoy the game. I know.
Well, I gotta say, that is very impressive for a school to organize. Have the Chick-fil-A company come to your stadium and sell Chick-fil-A. I gotta say, I'm thoroughly impressed.
I'm thoroughly impressed, and I'm thoroughly hungry. I'm ready to get myself a Chick-fil-A sandwich after this game if they're still open. We'll have to see.
I cannot agree with you more. My stomach is rumbling, but that's for later.
But it's not rumbling as loud as the crowd is tonight for this homecoming football game. You can see them filled out in the crowd. The band is playing loud. The people are wearing pink, and everyone's great. Everyone's having a good time. It's a good game tonight.
I gotta say, for all you non-football viewers out there, every single quarter they switch sides of the ball, so that's why we see Point Loma on the left side now instead of the right.
All right, don't mind the pole in the way. We're gonna start off this first play of the quarter.
Incomplete pass there.
For the Broncos.
I gotta say hello. Second quarter, the QB started to get warmed up. We see more complete passes, but I think that one was just underthrown there. Maybe there was some pressure in the pocket. Kind of hard to see from our angle.
It is pretty hard to see, but they're definitely, they do got to work on their pocket and keeping that open for that QB. So let's just see. All right, Broncos have the ball.
We'll see if the boys can something going here.
I mean,
oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
What a pass, number 6 in the
whipped around and brought out on the 40-yard line.
Oh, and that is Dylan Upton. We told him about you earlier, one of the key players, underrated by many, making his mark tonight. I'm sure we'll see plenty of him more in the game.
Yeah, Dylan Upjohn, 5'9", but again, you don't have to be 6'4" and 300 pounds to play football, and he's showing us right there. It's tackled by number 5 for the Broncos. That's Jaheim Fatura.
I gotta say hello. I've been thoroughly impressed so far with this game. I thought it was gonna be a slow one, but we're sitting here and it's 14-14 tied in the second quarter. It's not something you see often.
No, it's
and
not.
These points were scored in the last 5 minutes of the quarter, so that is something you don't see every single day.
All right, we're 1st and 10 on the 47-yard line. Let's see what the Pointers have. Ooh, and running back couldn't make it through the middle.
A brick wall there for the defense. Good job to them.
Yeah, number 8, Amer Gomez for the point. Oh, I'm sorry. Elijah E.G. Peterson for the Pointers, 5'7", 170 pounds. He's a junior.
Still got a lot of potential as a junior. Most of the time, the varsity is filled with seniors and juniors, but every once in a while, you see that generational talent of the freshmen and sophomores on those lists.
Yeah, I mean that's the future of your teams. I mean, for me, I'm in my volleyball team, and I'm a junior right now, and I'm just so excited to just bring in freshmen into the team.
There seems to be a flag on the play. The play is blown dead, so we'll get you here what the penalty was and who it's on. Just a second.
Let's see. Looks to be a personal foul on the Broncos, 5-yard penalty.
Oh my gosh, hello. These teams might get themselves together. I've seen some dirty play tonight. The flags have been flying everywhere, and not in the good way.
I hear you. Ball moved up to the 43-yard line. It's 2nd down. Let's see. That's definitely helping the Pointers out as it's handed off to the running back. Bulleted down, got past the...
8. Number 8, Elijah Pearson.
EJ.
EJ, as they call him on the team.
He just had... He got the ball last time, and he got the ball this time. He's bringing the ball down. He's carrying the Pointers right now, getting them some yards, bringing them closer to the end zone, and hopefully closer out of this tie.
I gotta say hello. I have noticed from both these teams, they're both heavy running teams. We saw that great pass from the Pointers early in the game for that long touchdown, but this has been a heavy run offense tonight. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it'll stay that way as both of them are getting plenty of yards each play.
And they've got to, I mean, those guys got to run a lot, especially with those kickoff return touchdowns. I mean, that's 70 yards of running right there, all the way down the field, looking out for guys on your left and on your right, tackling you. They just bullet down. I mean, this is not some short play-by-play, handoff game. There's some running, there's some passes, and there's some fun.
It's been fun indeed. I mean, it's been a dang interesting game so far. I gotta say, hello, having two And even one kickoff return in one game is something you don't hear about a lot. So
flag thrown.
flag on the play.
Again, that
O-line.
yeah, the O-line. The O-line needs to lock in a little bit for Point Loma because you can see that pocket closes in quick for the QB. He doesn't have a lot of time to really think about his plays. I mean, right there, he had to didn't have a lot of time, and he just decided to blitz the ball. But
It is a huge thing, Hillel. Having the QB have time in the pocket means everything in this game. And if the Pointers are not able to lock in and stay in their head, it might be the end of them for the whole game. It's just too important not to do.
And we just heard from our on-field reporters that there's a little bit of rowdiness on the homecoming Point Loma side. That's right. The entire student section will be shut down if throwing things continues. That's what we're hearing.
Wow, throwing things so loud. I mean, that's just unacceptable.
I know it can get pretty rowdy at these homecoming football games. I mean, all these kids are with their friends. It's a loud, fun environment, and it can be, but sometimes there's some shenanigans that come on.
Sometimes it can be dangerous. The Pointers keep moving the ball here. We might see another touchdown from them soon. They have been putting together a very good streak of downs here.
Pass complete, number 45 on the Pointers. Number 5, Leo.
I gotta say hello.
Leo Sad.
These people are chugging down the field right now. This has been one of the best put together drives we've seen so far. So far it's been one play wonders, but Point Loma was showing us something else right now. Third down for the Pointers. They need this conversion to continue their touchdown hopes.
All right, looks to be
Timeout is called for the Pointers.
Point Loma.
I gotta say hello. I've been impressed. This game's come out very good so far. We have 8 minutes and 50 seconds left in second quarter until halftime. I'm sure there'll be plenty of festivities from the Point Loma homecoming side, as it is their homecoming game once again.
I know. I mean, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but the concert, the band team is playing some jams out there on the Point Loma side, and it's got me dancing a little bit.
Got me dancing too, hello. We see the cheerleaders. Man, they are really showing out tonight. I would say a pretty good turnout. If you're ASB for Point Loma here, you're feeling very proud of yourselves. They have done a splendid job.
Splendid job indeed. I mean, it's hard being in the ASB. We both know. We both were in the ASB last year. Are you still in ASB, Ethan?
Yeah, I mean.
How is it?
It's good. We have our home coming up, and I can tell you, it is no easy task. These things, they take months, and they take hours of planning, stressing. So I bet these people are happy to know that it's going well, their work's being appreciated, and it's good so far. We have both the teams out here again. Third down.
3rd and 3 Pointers.
The QB's wrapped up here. I think they're short of the first down here. This might be they might be bringing out the punting team here. Well, the field goal team. I don't know if their QB has the range here, Hillel, to go for it. It seems like they're on the 26.
Do you think they're gonna go for the first down?
I would say Hillel. I would put money on it because, I mean, they're just too close. You might as well just try to run it through, even though they've been stopped. I mean, maybe get a cheeky slate route out there, get a quick pass in there to get them down.
But that QB's got to act quick because, again, he just doesn't have a lot of time to make decisions. So let's see.
He's going for it, and looks like they're stopped short. And that's going to end the drive for the Pointers here. I would have said, I thought this was a touchdown incoming, but it seems like not.
Yeah, looks like the Broncos are ramping up their defense. I mean, they've already been up, but they're ramping up, and now they got the ball. Successful tackle turnover. Let's see.
I don't know. I got to say, both teams have been playing defense very good tonight. To see the Bronco cheerleaders on screen, showing spirit for their team, even though they're away from home tonight.
I know. I mean, all the way up in Poway, they came down to the beach to show these Pointers what's up. Let's see if they can really bring it on.
Yeah, I gotta say, I think Rancho Bernardo is like at least a 20-minute drive, so they're traveling far enough to come here and hopefully win the game.
Okay, pass complete, number 17, Jaden Bess.
I gotta say hello. This is their homecoming night, and usually for homecoming nights, you choose an easier opponent to get the win. But for the Pointers, I guess that just doesn't matter because they are playing a formidable opponent.
I mean, I did not know that. Do they really choose the homecoming night and who they're playing?
They do, hello. Usually, for example, we'll use Cavers because we're from there. We usually pick the easier schools to go against, so it's like a certified thing, and we have a deep pass over the head. But then again, maybe it's just more of a show of a tolerance, and maybe they need the extra crowd today to have a chance of beating Rancho Bernardo.
Sometimes a harder game is probably better for a homecoming game. I mean, if it's just a complete blowout, 40-0, then what's that? But it looks like this is gonna be a fun game, and it keeps the crowd engaged and keeps everybody engaged. It keeps us engaged for sure, and hope you guys are engaged too, because this is a pretty engaging game.
You just read my mind, hello.
All right, 3rd and 4th for the Broncos.
3rd and 4th for the Broncos. I gotta say, it is a chilly night. It's not too cold, but it's not too warm either.
All right, handoff.
Handoff here didn't seem to really go anywhere. 7:51 p.m. second quarter, and we're looking at 7 minutes and 14 seconds left in the second half. We just got notice that we're gonna have an interview with the former NFL player Eric Weddle during halftime, so make sure to stay around for halftime to see that interview with the former NFL player.
All right, former NFL player and current head coach for the Broncos. It's going to be a fun interview. We'll see. Seems like a fun guy to talk to. He's sure as heck used to the interviews from his time in the NFL. Let's see, nice pass, but it just doesn't make it into the hands.
Like I said, hello, I feel like these teams might be more running back teams than passer teams. We've seen a number of incomplete passes here, and not a lot of complete ones. I don't know.
We'll have to see.
Maybe they're still warming up a little bit.
Well,
maybe not.
The points come in the points came in towards the end of the first quarter, so maybe that's going to happen. Maybe we're going to see some magic come on.
That's true. All the points are scored in literally a minute interval, so it is completely possible that it just happens again.
All right, Broncos have the ball, and it's another running back play down the middle, but just gets stopped short of the line of scrimmage.
I don't know, hello. For the running team, the running back hasn't been going anywhere recently. Not dogging on the guy, but, you got to try and make something happen at least. 2 to 3 yards per gain is not going to be enough for a first down.
Yes.
But it isn't enough to get him a first down. 1st and 10 here. Moving the ball, but still in their own territory.
Yeah, we saw some good stuff from the Broncos running back kind of earlier on in the first quarter, Dylan Inigo. So we're just going to have Indigo.
Dylan Indigo, the running back.
Inigo. Dylan Inigo.
We have heard from him early in the game. I don't know. He made some interesting plays at the very start. He just has to keep it going.
All right, looks like
long
it's a
play.
A lob
over
up.
the head. I don't know who that was going to. I don't think there was a Bronco receiver in the area.
Looks to be number 10 was there, but wasn't quite close. I think the QB was just trying to get it out of his hands. He was looking pretty pressured there.
I know. That guy's going to be hearing from that one from Coach Eric here.
Hey, it's one thing to get yelled at by a coach, but it's another thing to get yelled at by a former NFL player who also happens to be your coach.
I could not agree more.
That guy's pretty intimidating. He's tall and he's big, as most NFL players are. So they're going to do a punt attempt.
Punt attempt here. We'll see how far they can punt it here. Pretty well kicked today. Fair catch from the Pointers. And looks like they'll be on the 30-yard line with 5 minutes and 34 seconds left in the game.
Catch by Romeo Carter, the wide receiver. The Romeo Carter we've been told to look out for by the captains of the Pointers team. He's up and coming. He is a junior, but he doesn't get a lot of spotlight for how good he really is. Romeo Carter, say his name. He's a wide receiver. He's a junior, 6'3", 175 pounds. Yeah, just bringing it on the field.
Keep it in mind, we'll be seeing a lot of him later and during the game. Our cheer squad is getting prepped over there for their homecoming performance. I'm definitely going to be looking because it seems to be an interesting one. I see a lot of flags and batons out there.
Yeah, we are on the wrong side to see the performance. We can get it from the back, but let's see. Pointers have the ball. Nice pass to number 8.
Ooh,
Carter.
he got laid out on that hit.
Sorry, Elijah Peterson, but he just got
laid out there. He seems to be fine, but he does not look to be fine. Hard hit there. I mean, once again, it is a hard sport to play. You got to have a big body for this game, I got to admit. But tough hits like that sting, I got to admit, from a forward player myself. Those hurt.
Yeah, and Elijah Peterson, he's 5'7". He's a lot of these guys on Rancho Bernardo are in the 6 feet range, so it's hard when you just get pummeled from the side.
I did see him get up there, so I think we're okay here. But hard hit for him. We hope he gets better here in the booth.
And you know who brought him down? That's right, Gage Weddle, the son of the head coach. He's a freshman, and he just brought down this kid. That's right. It doesn't really matter about age. It matters about just.
I mean, I got to say, he definitely has a good teacher from Eric Weddle himself. A defensive master, some would say. Knows how to hit hard. His son's taught well. But what a hit. Hard hit from the freshman. Wow.
Incomplete pass right here for the Pointers. Timeout.
Timeout here. I believe it's on the Broncos.
Yeah, it is.
Once again, you can get another good view of that pink out student section from the Pointers. Packed game today. At the very start, it wasn't that packed. I thought it would be maybe a low turnout, but I am proven wrong, hello. It is packed in the stadium. The energy is real. Stakes are high.
Stakes are high. Energy is real. That's right. I mean, nobody ever wants to lose their homecoming game. I don't think I haven't really known a time where a team has lost their homecoming game, so it seems to be it's pretty high, pretty favorable for the Pointers right now, based only on the fact that it's a homecoming game.
I mean, like I said, Halal, most teams win their homecoming game because it's an easier opponent, but Pointers are looking to break that streak. Definitely choose a tough opponent. Still tied going into the second quarter. 5 minutes and 25 seconds left.
All right, handoff. But gets swung around and doesn't make any yards for the Pointers.
Like I said, hello. I mean, the run game was coming out hard. They were making 5-yard gains every single down, but they have been stopped recently. I think these defenses are carrying the game right now. It is definitely a defensive mastermind battle.
It is. Defensive mastermind battle. I like that, Ethan. Tackled by handoff number 4 for Ian Mateer. That's Ian. Backs.
Pointer, that didn't seem like that good of a punt here, but it is going to roll, which saves the punter there.
I mean, that punter's got one job, so let's hope he does it well.
I gotta admit. I mean, I don't know. It wasn't that impressive, but, I mean, hey, gets the job done. It did have good roll in it, though, so he did get saved there a little bit.
You know, I think they hire some of the, not hire, but they take some of those soccer players from the soccer team.
100%.
To punt those balls. So, but, you know, football is not the same as a soccer ball, or as a football, as others say it. But a football is no football.
I gotta say, I do admit that most teams, fun fact, most teams at the high school level have soccer players as their kickers, you know. Kind of a feel for kicking a ball and get them on the field at practice, and they make great kickers. I believe that Point Loma and Rancho Bernardo have some of the best kickers in the division, so they're having a good job.
Pass complete by number 10. Looks like he had a little bit of butter on his fingers there, but he was able to stick onto it. Excuse my pun. That is number 10, Brady Strachan. He was pushed out of bounds by number 14 for the Pointers. That's Ryan Cleater. All right, we are 2nd and 5 for the Broncos, but it looks to be a timeout. It's called.
Fans,
False start.
False start here. False on the Broncos, and that's going to move them back, Lowers their chances for a last-minute touchdown here in the second quarter. We are closing in rapidly on halftime right now.
All right, that's a running back who has a false start.
It's a nice, cool 8 p.m. here.
And it's handed off down on the right side. Brought down, got some yardage back, made up for the loss of yardage that they just had for that false start. Number 21, Jackson.
It is a great night for Friday Night Football, Hillel. The crowds are here. The players ready to play. And great. It seems like we have some of the band players coming around here on our left of the booth. I'm sure we'll get a camera on them soon, but they look dressed and to impress, I must say.
All right, little rugby action here.
Big bumble in the middle here. Like I said, Hillel, the run game is kind of slowed down. It was very hot at the very start. Both teams are getting long break-off runs, but they have been stopped recently. I think the defense is kind of catching on to their plays.
Yeah, I mean, there's 3 minutes left in the quarter, right before halftime, until the players get a little break. Let's see if they can get a little bit of action, a little bit of momentum coming in to that second half.
And once again, for the fans just tuning in, we are having a great interview opportunity with Coach Eric Weddle, a former NFL star at halftime. So don't go anywhere. It's going to be a great interview.
Just as it is a great game. Let's hope things speed up, but I'm having fun, Ethan. Are you?
I'm having a great time. Friday Night Football is definitely a different feeling. If you were here in person, you could feel the energy in the crowd. It's just a great night to be here.
Yes, it is.
I gotta say, the Broncos gotta get something going here. We're closing in on a 2-minute warning. I'm actually not sure if they have a 2-minute warning in high school. Seems not, because they're still going. We got 2 minutes left on the clock till halftime, where these players can get a well-deserved rest.
All right, looks to be one long pass, but it goes long.
I gotta say, hello.
Incomplete, number 2.
I'm not trying to, be that guy, but there's not been a lot of complete passes in this game, which is kind of surprising for D2 talent.
Well, Ethan, I mean, if you're kind of being that guy, I'm just saying, if you want to talk about football, you should probably be on the field right now, huh?
Oh, maybe another day. I can suit up with you. We can go at it, but not today. Not today. We have a great game for us today.
Tonight we'll just watch it. Maybe another night we'll play it.
Indeed, hello. The Broncos here on 3rd down, I believe. Last chance to convert. Oh, never mind. They're punting it. Good punt. Nice. Loma's going to let it roll. And they look to be down the 10-yard line with 1:38 left in the clock. I mean, this is where your practice comes into play with these teams, You have those 2-minute drills where you got to get the ball down the field as fast as possible to even have a chance at scoring. Even a field goal will put the Pointers ahead right now. Going into halftime, going in with the lead means a lot to a team. Motivation's up, the spirits are high, and it gives a better flow for the rest of the game. Because teams are made in the fourth quarter. Hello, these quarters are very important, but the most important one of all in the fourth quarter. That's where that makes or breaks them.
So we're just gonna have to see. There's a little bit of time until that fourth quarter comes up. So let's see. But for right now, it's 1st and 10 for Point Loma. Looking for an open pass. Catches it, brought down on the sideline.
I gotta say, Point Loma's going.
And they just did. They just got a couple yards, Ethan. I don't know if you saw, but.
A couple yards isn't enough to go the full length of the field. Well, short time. We got 1:38 left on the clock. I just don't know if it's enough time for the Pointers to get something going.
Yeah, they're on the 22-yard line. 1st down. Let's see what they got. Miracles can happen, as we saw in the earlier half of the game, but the Point Loma QB is getting pressured right now and chased out. Looks like just lost some yards. Yeah, Ryder Watson, our QB, he's a sophomore.
Sophomore playing for a varsity team is very impressive, and
He's probably getting a little frustrated now as he keeps getting pressured by that defensive line. It's hard. It's hard when you just want to pass the ball and you can't because you keep having to run back, and it's a lot to be a QB. You got to worry about so many different things. There's so much going on, so much to pay attention to.
It is definitely one of the toughest jobs in the field.
And to have your O-line, take one of those responsibilities away from you, worrying about everybody coming in to take you down, can really take a lot off your chest and have you focus on the game that you're commanding.
I cannot agree anymore, Hello. You said it perfectly. Both these teams, QB is the main centerpiece of all these offenses. They would not be the same without this QB.
Captain of the ship, king of the castle, Ryder Watson, commanding his team. Let's see what he's got. All right, and number 36 comes in, but he throws it, and it's a great catch by the Pointers.
A nice hit too. Wow.
Right on the 50.
I said it, Hillel. They got to get something going, and they have proved me wrong here. We do only have 1:21 left in the clock. We'll probably see a bunch of timeouts get called by Point Loma here soon to save time.
Right.
But, it's definitely now a possibility in the 50-yard line.
Romeo Carter caught that ball. Let's see. But QB Ryder Watson couldn't quite get it in anybody's hands.
And there we go again. Well, just like you said, the pocket presence means a lot, and this O-line has not been doing it so far. Definitely what the coach is going to bring up during halftime is that they got to keep this coach, they got to keep the QB, the king of the castle, safe from all the invaders and get the ball out of there. I don't know. If I had to describe what the offense has been doing so far, they've been relying on miracles, which isn't terrible, but, you can't always have miracles every second.
Exactly. And it looks like, again, Ryder Watson's going to have to push his way down the field, and he just gets brought down.
And he goes down.
Ooh.
Might even be a loss of yards there. Getting a little bit aggressive in the middle, but everything's okay.
It looks to be a timeout for Point Loma.
Timeout here for Point Loma. We have 57 seconds left in the clock. There's definitely a possibility for a touchdown here, but halftime is incoming, and for once again, we have a special interview with former NFL player Eric Weddle as the head coach for Rancho Bernardo, or the Mustangs. So make sure you stay around to hear a legend in his craft.
And we're excited to hear that. I hope, let's see what Ryan Price, the head coach for Point Loma, has to say. I wonder what that huddle is right now. Not much of a huddle right now, a little bit more of a break. But I wonder what he's telling his team to kind of focus on for these last 57 seconds. They need to get 50 yards down the field. So Ryan Price, let's see what he has. He's the head coach for the Point Loma Pointers.
First year.
Yeah, looks to be first year as head coach. He's worked at University City from 2015 to 2021 as a head coach, and at La Jolla High as a defensive coordinator for a few years.
Hello, I gotta say, if I'm Point Loma right now and I'm talking to players as a coach, I gotta say, get your head in the game. This is an opportunity to score. Ooh, broken up.
Yeah.
Number 3 for Rancho Bernardo, laying out there.
And it looks like he had his hands on the ball and he couldn't quite stick it.
Yeah, Gavin Valencia.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Pass was blocked by number 6. You're right.
He got a hand on it. Great defensive play from him. Kudos to him, man. But back to what I was saying, if you're Point Loma, you got to get your head in the game here. This is your opportunity to go up before halftime, which will be a big advantage, I don't know what else to say. You just got to push here with 53 seconds left in the clock. But it seems like they're punting. I don't know. The Broncos got to have a miracle here to have a chance of putting points on the board. A field goal would even be good here.
Oh, wow. Nice catch from the Broncos. And he's coming up down the right side of the field. And he's brought down by number 34 on the Point Loma Pointers.
Starting on the 20-yard line here. They got 80 yards to go to make up the field. I don't know if it's enough time, Hillel. We got 41 seconds left on the clock.
I know.
It's going to be a close one.
Yeah, we were debating if Point Loma could pull off 50 yards in 57 seconds. Let's see if the Broncos can do.
80 and 20 and 80 and 40. I don't know.
I don't know. Anything's possible, as we saw earlier in this game with back-to-back.
Punt returns.
Yeah, punt return touchdowns.
Oh, yeah, kick returns. My bad.
So you never know what's going to happen. You never
Around the side here, you can see a lot of gearing up. I think the ASBs and the class presidents are getting ready to perform in front of all of the lovely fans here today for the homecoming game for Point Loma. I know, it'll definitely be a spectacular thing to watch.
We'll see it from the backside, but I mean, hopefully the performance is going to be great. We're gonna see, and we're also gonna get that interview hopefully with Eric Weddle.
Eric Weddle. If
let's
you're
see.
here 11 p.m. tonight, we're very gracious.
Oh!
Oh, the interception from number 21 on Point Loma.
Jack Leeds.
Jack Leeds, wow, senior for his team.
That really changes up the spirit, and we were kind of feeling a little down, you know. There's 36 seconds left. We thought the game was going to be, the first half was going to be over, but here we are, the Point Loma Pointers, number 36, catches the ball.
I mean, hello. I mean, this changes the game because now Point Loma has not just field goal range, but also a chance of going up by 7 points.
I know.
See the Point Loma players there ringing a gong. School tradition for them. What a play from him. Wow.
This is going to be fun. I mean, I did not think that the Pointers were going to get the ball back, but here they are.
Here
Let's
they
see
are
what
on
they
the
got.
20-yard line. Oh, 30-yard line, my bad.
Let's see. A nice high pass.
Just over his head of number 9, tall guy.
Yeah, number 9, Romeo Carter, wide receiver. We've seen him before. He's done some plays for us. He's a tall guy, 6'3".
Couldn't be said any better.
Yeah.
This has been a close game, hello. I mean, close game, big action. We've had 1 interception, 2 back-to-back kickoff returns, and a long, 70-yard pass for a touchdown. I mean, it's been action-packed from the very start. I gotta say.
Action-packed. I mean, there was a couple of slow seconds, but those were only seconds. Here we're gonna have some fast playing. With 31 seconds left on the clock.
31 seconds, second down. I mean, to see what Point Loma can get going here.
All right, looks to be caught. Pass complete.
Good post there from Point Loma. And they are moving the ball. Push out of bounds there, but the clock is still running. They got to get going right now. They have 14 seconds. He spikes the ball. They're going to have 11 seconds left on the clock and a chance at a touchdown. Oh my gosh, Alal, this is coming down to the wire.
Coming down to the wire. Let's see if the Point Loma Pointers can come into the third quarter with a lead, and that's gonna be a lot for them. You know, 3 points, 6 points, 7 points, 8 points, whatever it is. Points are points, and a lead's a lead. Let's see what the Pointers are gonna have tonight.
Well said, Halal. You could not have said it any better there.
Oh,
The
you
20
stop it, Ethan.
I gotta admit, Halal, it's been a great night with you tonight. But we have the Broncos on the 22-yard line, which is definitely in range for the touchdown. It's not out of the question yet. But the question will be, are they gonna go for the and they're going for the field goal here. Like I said, number 14 has been great for the Pointers tonight. Does he have this range though?
All right, Ryan Cleater, that's our kicker. Ooh.
Whistles on the play. Is there a flag? I believe not. Oh, they tried to ice. Okay, a little football facts up there. Usually in the NFL, you call a timeout before the kicker kicks to ice them. You know, they're in the head. They're thinking big moments. This moment matters in the game.
This is the one job that they have.
This is the one job they have, and they mess it up. You know, it could be the deciding between winning the game and losing the game. So they're trying to get in this kicker's head right now.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. You know, if you're spread out, you're playing all game, you don't have one defining moment. But if you're a kicker, you got that one moment.
Yeah,
that's what you
your
do.
job.
You kick the ball, and if you mess that up, then you're gonna have your head coach, who happens also to be an NFL player, to be up in your face, and that's not what you want when you're a kicker.
I know we have mentioned him a lot, but it is truly a sight to have an NFL player coaching a high school team. Definitely a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for these lucky kids out here tonight. But the question is, are they going to pull out the win here? Kickoff again, Point Loma. Let's see if they make it in. 22-yard kicker.
And it looks like it's in.
And it is good. Wow. I gotta admit right there, I got scared for a second. That was pretty close.
That was pretty close. That's 7 points on the board for the Pointers. And there's 7 seconds left on the clock. I mean,
it's not unheard to have the kickoff and then have a Hail Mary play with 7 seconds left. It is definitely a possibility, but I am not counting on it.
We saw some crazy stuff happen in the beginning of the game, but let's let the Pointers gloat in their victory right here with 3 extra points, bringing the game to 14-7.
7 seconds left on the clock. Oh, well, I know I said it before, but back to back, if we were to get another kickoff return, I might as well just quit my job and go run out and give the kick returner a high five, because that would be incredible.
I mean, anything can happen, and but I don't want you to leave, Ethan. We're having some fun tonight, so let's see what happens.
We'll see what happens. I mean, stuff's possible. High school football, that's the best part. It's unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen. This game has definitely shown that.
And that doesn't mean they're not good, and that doesn't mean they're not skilled players, but they haven't quite honed in on everything yet. They're still in high school. They got their school responsibilities. They're 16, 17, 18-year-olds out there on the field. You know, they're kids at the heart, but, you know, they're still playing and they're learning and they're playing well. I mean, this is not low-level football. This is Division II.
You could not have said it any better. I could bet you half this team's going to go home and go do some homework, because, once again, they are student athletes, and that is definitely a privilege to have, being able to enjoy the school life while providing for your school and bringing honor. I mean, so far it's been a very honorable game for both sides.
And Ethan, you just reminded me, yes, we are broadcasters, but we are also students, and I have some homework tonight. But that's not what I'm going to be thinking of, because it's Friday night, and it's a football game, and we're here, homecoming football game at the Pointers Stadium.
I do wish you all have a good weekend. I know that we're starting it off great with this game tonight. I hope you guys are enjoying the game so far. It has definitely been an interesting game. Remember, don't go anywhere of scoring, but I mean, I wouldn't bet on it, but stuff happens.
We saw some crazy plays in the beginning of this game. We saw some crazy miracles happen. A Hail Mary could happen. It might happen. We're just going to see, but if not, the Pointers are going to come into this third quarter with 17, and the Broncos are coming with 14. And that's looking pretty good for the Pointers, because they got that home field advantage. It ain't basketball here, but yeah.
I mean,
let's see.
They're on like the 20-yard line, so an 80-yard play would be magical. I mean, I'll just say, and they just knee it down, and we are to halftime, people. I mean, let's go over this halftime review. We have 2 kickoff returns, 2 interceptions, I believe. I mean, it has been a game to remember, certainly a game that these students will remember the next week at school. We have the cheerleaders coming out right now in the middle. Once again, it is Point Loma's homecoming game, so they are looking forward to a nice performance today. These Broncos players coming off, they have a lot to think about coming into this halftime. A lot's going to be said, and we are lucky enough to have an interview with him, the head coach of the Broncos, very soon. But I'm sure he's going to go in there and give the Broncos a piece of his mind. I mean, they have played well, but not well enough to start this game. 14-17 here in the Chick-fil-A Stadium or the Benjamin Stadium.
Are we going to do the interview at the end of the game?
Yeah. A great night for the cheerleaders tonight, showing their school spirit. Okay, guys, we are sad to leave you for the night, but we are going to be going off to break very, very soon. And we will see you guys after this halftime. Don't go
steady, like you can do nice slow movement, but
Yeah.
like 'cause that's why he's using you because you're being steady. Okay.
So, and then, so my role is still going to be just getting like the crowd shots, the cheerleaders,
I
like
think-
what I've been
Like you
doing.
got a really good one here when they were close up right here. You got a good shot.
Okay. I mean, even if you get a play up the side of the field,
Yeah, like
and you, I don't know like how wide that camera is, but if you can get like that, it's a different perspective when
Yeah.
you're like
Yeah.
right there.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I mean, be safe, don't get hit, but
All right, yeah.
he's using, but you're contributing to the narrative of what
Yeah.
we're doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
How's it going, Hello? Good? Good. All right, awesome. You get big fat?
It's casual. It's just some dust and stuff.
So you're probably listening to what's going on.
No, it's still good.
I was just talking to Gus.
I wasn't getting any level for the one. If I was getting substantial level out, I would I can tell you, I just started it. Can you take your phone and just set it down over there until the game starts? And then I want to get some questions to have.
Okay.
Hello and welcome back to the football field. Tonight we have a homecoming game. We just came back from halftime for the Pointers Broncos football game. My name is Hillel Jacobs.
And I'm Ethan Ramirez. We're very excited to come back after the second half. We have a lot to expect from these teams, you know. Great experience so far. Let's see if they can make it even better. Both the teams are warming up, giving their last motivational speeches again. I mean, we are ready for another great half of football.
I mean, these players are ready for battle. The end of the second quarter had the Pointers with 17 coming in. You know, they have home field advantage. It's their homecoming game. It's going to be a fun game, and they played really well. They had to make do with, you know, a tough pocket and not a lot of time for Romeo Carter, the QB, to really get those far passes on. Far passes out there is lots of running back plays, but they were able to get those 3 points to tie up the game, and here we are.
I mean, yeah.
Not tie it up. Sorry, give them the lead.
As we come back out, we'll have the graphic up soon. We have the Pointers leading 17-14, the third quarter. I mean, it has been a very good half of play. I mean, personally, in the first 5 minutes, I thought we were going to be in for a very slow game, but they definitely proved me wrong here. I mean, Hillel, you could agree with me. It was something special we saw in the second half of the game.
I know. There was something pretty extraordinary happened toward the end of the first quarter where we had back-to-back receiving touchdowns, punt receive, kickoff receive touchdowns from both teams. That just had my jaws wide open. I'm sure it had your jaws open too.
I mean, I was literally speechless when it happened. I mean, it does not get better than that.
We called it. We called it before it happened. We'll have to run that back and look at that because that's pretty fun. But as we prepare for the second half of the game, here's some things that we should kind of look out for. We definitely want to look out for Point Loma's
running back here. I mean, he's done a great job, and the receivers, like we said, Dylan Upson, we haven't seen much from him, but he's supposed to be a gem here under, so we're still looking for him. The QB's done a great job, but Hillel, if I gotta say one advice to give to this offense here, I'd say get the O-line on the same page, because I mean, the QB's had zero time to throw the ball, and that's what we've seen 3 completions out of them today. I mean, I don't know if I'm impressed or I'm disappointed. I mean, I'm kind of in the middle, but they got to get their stuff together. It was definitely mentioned during halftime.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like even though the Pointers are leading this game and they're doing really well, they could have a much higher score, and they could just, you know, have a lot more opportunities if QB Ryder Watson had a little bit more time to think about the plays and get a couple passes out there. It's been lots of just running, lots of passing to the running back, Dylan Upjohn.
You cannot see me on stream, but I am nodding to what Hillel is saying right now. I mean, he said it all. Throwing the ball is a very important part of football, and you know, no one's been doing it a lot. I mean, I'm hoping we'll see a lot more. I'm definitely betting most of the coaches on both teams said that to both their QBs that, hey man, you got to get your head in the game, get warmed up, and get the ball in the air, because I mean, it hasn't been recently.
Yeah, so let's hope that that O-line can protect their QB Dylan Watson, and let's see what the Broncos can do. You know, 3 points down, but it's still half a game to go, half a game to prove themselves. Let's see.
Here we go. The start of the third quarter. I think we're gonna have another great half of football.
Oh, and it looks like,
my God! No, there's no way. There's no way.
Number 17 gets.
What a run.
Gets grabbed and pulled down on the 80-yard line. That was a great receive.
Oh my gosh, Hillel. I mean, I almost lost my body off that one because that was just impressive. I mean, you have to give props to both these people who are returning the ball. They have done a great job today. I mean, it hasn't been better. We got a camera
looks like we're on camera right now. Hey,
boys. I see ya.
All right, that was unexpected. I didn't have my camera face on, but that's all right.
I know. I didn't put my makeup on this morning.
Yeah, Ethan, you gotta get prepped and pretty, don't you?
Camera ready. Here we have the Pointers, first down, first play of the third quarter. Let's see what they could do right now.
I know they're on the 80-yard line. It looks like 79.
I mean, I could see a touchdown in their future right now. It's a handoff.
Doing a little bit of loss of yards for number 11.
Number 11 there, the unknown runner. We do not have a number on him, so he's been the unknown stallion for this Broncos offense right now. I know, Dark Knight, some would say. But he's definitely made his presence heard tonight. I mean, what a performance he's had so far. I believe a rushing touchdown along with getting his team that field goal.
Let's see what the Broncos have. It's going to be a fake. No. Yes. No. They got me faked out. I'm pretty sure it was a fake handoff. The QB ran it. Didn't get any yards, though.
Getting any yards? I mean, I don't know if you need yards here. You'll probably be fine with another field goal if you're Broncos here, because, I mean, this field goal is still going to come back to haunt them if they just don't equalize, because if the Pointers get a touchdown from that, they're just always going to be over them by 4 points, and you can't score 4 points in a single thing.
Well, yeah, we're just going to have to see. But as we've seen kind of in the first half of the game, that head coach on the Broncos really likes to go for the big points. He went for a 2-point conversion 2 times in a row. And that's kind of what he does. So we're just going to have to see. But number 22 is running it down on the sideline. He can't be stopped.
Wow, he's a tank out there. Oh, my gosh.
It took 3 guys to take him down. Gage Weddle. Gage Weddle is a freshman. He's 6'2", 175 pounds, and the son of the head coach, Eric Weddle, ex-NFL player, safety for the Chargers, the Rams.
I believe Eric Weddle has 2 sons out here tonight. Bessie's a proud father here for their performance tonight. He's done a great job so far.
He has, and let's see if he consoled his team during this halftime for a path towards victory. They need 3 points to tie it up, and they have the sky's the limit past that. Let's see what the Broncos are going to do. And a handoff, but taken down by Point Loma, number 90. Whipped around a merry-go-round.
Now, hello, I think
Carson Allen, number 90.
I think there's a big thing that goes into halftimes. You know, the halftime can really decide how the rest of this game goes. It just depends if your coach gives a good speech, you know. And it's time to play a great game of guess what you think the coach said to the players. And I'll go first. I think if I'm Eric Weddle on the Broncos side, I tell my team, hey, man, you're doing a good job, but you just need to, push yourself a little harder, because I think there could have been many opportunities here where the Broncos could have scored, but they just didn't have the effort and the drive to get there. What do you think, hello?
Well, what I'm thinking is I'm more on the Point Loma side for Ryan Price, head coach. You know, if I were Ryan Price right now, I'd be saying what Ethan and I were talking about earlier. Lock up that O-line. Give the QB some time to just think, to pass it, and not have to worry about just handing it off or running every single time. I mean, I feel that if, key player Ryder Watson, the QB on the Point Loma Pointers, just has a little bit more time to get a nice pass in, things could really go up for the Pointers. So that's what I think Ryan Price was saying.
I mean, I agree with you. If this QB's had some more time, we might even see a blowout here. Maybe another touchdown from the Pointers they could have gotten. Number 11, the Dark Knight here.
Slips through the crack, makes it through, gets a couple of yards.
That will be a first down, I believe, and that puts the Broncos in the red zone. I mean, scoring position, 10 yards of the field goal. We're looking good, but, I mean, possibilities are happening. I mean, interception could happen, and then it can just get stopped, you know.
Well, it looks like our silent stallion, our unknown knight, has been named. He's Braden Kalin. Braden Kalin, number 11. He's been putting some great plays out for the Broncos. Good
He's definitely been a playmaker.
Handoffs.
Yeah.
And when you can't get passes, when things aren't clicking, you always have that running back to just line it up. But no, the QB's going to run down the middle, number 22.
Ooh, diving. Does he get that? Or is he down short? We're about to find out. He's going to be down 1 yard short in inches. Oh, my gosh. Just shy. Wow. Great dive from him. Great play decision to not hand the ball off, because I think that running back was going to get locked up if he gave the ball to him.
Yeah, number 22, Gage Weddle. He's a freshman, and he's playing pretty well. That was a good yards for Gage Weddle right there.
I think they do push it in. And the Broncos are back in the lead. This has been a very back and forth game. Let's just see if Point Loma can come back and respond.
Yeah, we had a couple moments of tie, and then we had Point Loma coming in with
Seconds left to steal away the field goal.
exactly the field goal, and now we have 6 points for the Broncos. That's not a intense moment, but that's 6 points right there. So that's gonna change the game lots.
Actually, wait here a second, Hilla. I believe that the touchdown might have been taken back. They seem to still be on the 1 yard line, so that is our fault, folks. But it seems like they're going again.
All right, we got ourselves in rugby position.
And they have scored touchdown there from number 11.
And I don't know. I mean, look at that crowd.
School spirit.
Small but mighty. They came out here. Rancho Bernardo students supporting their.
More feedback and more time.
All right, looks like to be a running back play. A run down the middle, but gets stopped short. Pointers don't really get any yards there.
I mean, it seems like he went nowhere there, but I mean, so far he's been very good for both their teams. Running backs have been on point tonight. I mean, I know I criticized them earlier for not getting too much runs, but halftime they're both coming out hot. They're both coming out ready to play. I could feel the energy from here, man. Let's see if Point Loma can get anything going here. We're looking at third down for Point Loma. Flag on the play, blown dead. The Broncos are looking for a flag here for roughing the passer, but I do not believe they're going to get it. And the ball is moving back for the Pointers.
All right, tough for the Pointers.
Like I said, also, I believe that the coaches had to have mentioned the flags during the thing. I feel like we saw a lot of flags in the first half. Hopefully we get a more clean game this half.
We'll see. I mean, there hasn't been that much roughhousing on the field. I mean, there was a little bit of roughhousing in the stands for the Pointers. They were getting yelled at and threatened to have the student section shut down if they kept throwing stuff on the field. But, ooh! Slipped out of the hands of number 25 for the Pointers. That's unfortunate.
But number 33 there, tall guy, was not able to get it. Oh, they better check his gloves for butterfingers, because I think he had some butterfingers right there.
Okay, Ethan, let's not get dirty out here. I mean, we are just calling. We don't want to hurt no one's feelings out here, but it's going to be a punt for the Pointers.
Punt for the Pointers. I don't know. I would say they probably should have got something going there. Unless they're going for it here, but they had great field position, and right now they're going to have to punt it. So that is great defense for the Broncos here, being able to stop them even though they got a huge yard advantage.
All right, let's see. I mean, this is a pretty tough position for the Pointers. It's kind of like the time of the night where we're not quite towards the end. You know, the fourth quarter. You know, rush, and it's fourth quarter is super tight and lots going on. It's not quite in the beginning when you're fresh and you're energized. It's right in the middle, and they're down a couple of points, and it's a homecoming game, and they're showing off. So there's seems to be a little bit of tired spirit in the air coming from the Pointers. I hope they can kind of lock in and bring that energy onto the field and get some points out there.
We have the Broncos here on around the 25, maybe the 30. And they got 70 yards to go to get a touchdown here. We got 5 minutes and 7 seconds left in the third half. I got to say, Khalil, time has flown in this third quarter.
I know, time flies when you're having fun, and these guys are having fun, and so are we.
I can agree with that.
All right, let's see.
Broncos here. QB running here. He goes out of bounds here. It's gonna be third down for the people.
.37-yard line.
My bad. Second down for the Broncos here. They're close to first down. Definitely moving the ball very well tonight. Although I always wondered, how do you think they chose the kids who use the markers during the game. I always was fascinated by the people they chose.
You know, my theory is that it's the football players who can't get the grade past the 2.0. I'm not trying to diss no one, but you know, back in my volleyball team, the water boys were the kids who couldn't get their grades up. So
It is definitely a possibility.
oh, and a great pass for the
Great
Broncos.
pass. Number 2, number 23 tracking him down, but first down for Broncos, and he makes that very clear. They're moving the chains down the field.
What a great corner pass. It's a far, a lot of yardage, a lot of, you know, bringing stuff away from just handoffs and runs from the QB. We're actually going to see some passes, hopefully. That's a pretty good pass.
Hugo Gonzalez, a great snag for about a 30-yard gain off that play. Definitely put the Broncos in a scoring position, maybe even field goal position if they get lucky, but I wouldn't say so.
But yeah.
But Broncos with a great opportunity right now to capitalize on this play.
And bury the pointers even deeper in their
The lead deficit.
Yeah.
We've not seen a huge lead from any team so far right now.
Looked like
It's
he's
been
got a
very
lot of
close.
time to think, but not enough time to pass.
Incomplete again. I would say, I think the O-line for the Broncos have done a better job than the Pointers have done for their QB. I don't know. I feel like he's has forever in that pocket, and that's a great thing. We should definitely give props to the O-line for holding up good.
Yeah, there's a lot of decision making to be done when you're the QB, so it's really important for that O-line to stay strong and stay tough, and that's what they're doing for the Broncos.
Seems to be a little foggy in the field, if you could see that on camera. The clouds are kind of rolling in right now. It definitely won't be too foggy, but it's a cool sight. Right there, the
Looks like
Broncos
that
moving the chains.
marine layer is coming in. You can see that fog rolling in. The mist is coming in too. It's getting colder and it's getting windier, but those football players still look warm. Plays are still being made. And Ethan, how are you feeling tonight in the chill?
I mean, I gotta say, I am starting to feel it a little bit, but it isn't too cold. I hope you guys are all warm at home in your blankets, because I wish I was there with you.
I don't. I'm having fun out here.
I'm having fun out here too. It's cold. I could use a blanket, but hey, man, Friday Night Football, there's no other place to be.
No other place to be.
It seems like the Broncos are getting very close here to the goal line. They're making a great attempt at getting a touchdown here. We got 3 minutes left in the quarter. I think they're going to be able to pull something out. What do you think?
I think so. I mean, if they could just bury those pointers a little deeper, that'll definitely make an interesting game, as it is a homecoming game, and you don't want to be, 12. You don't want to be, 14 points down on your homecoming game. That's not going to be fun. But it
There's
looks like
going to be
there's a flag
flag.
called.
I believe it's false start. We're going to see who is against. But they are going back against the Broncos. Like I said, a lot of flags have been called in this game. I don't know. Both teams need to tighten up a little bit. But other than that, both have been playing very well, but the flags have been dropped.
All right, foul on the Broncos. 5-yard regression. That's 5 yards away from where they're trying to go.
I believe on the 20-yard line, which isn't terrible. We're getting some good views of the Pointer staff here.
Security, keeping this game safe. All right, the QB, number 22, is going for a run, finding time.
Oh, bobbled the ball. I mean,
Couldn't get his hands on it, number 2.
number 2, he needed to catch that ball there. I mean, they would have been in a great field position with a great opportunity to score, but, I mean, can't get them all, but might want to check on that one. I got to say hello. When I came to this game today, I would not think these teams would be this close in the game. I thought it was going to be a blowout, but now we're sitting here. It's 22-17. I mean, I got to say, it's been a great game. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling like it's been a great game. Both of these teams feel pretty evenly matched. I feel like, the Pointers have their home field advantage, but the Broncos are definitely playing really, really well with their new head coach, who is an ex-NFL player. I mean, there's definitely a good matchup out here. I agree.
I agree.
Ethan.
I agree. Thank you to all the fans out there tonight. Thank you for being here at this lovely Friday Night Lights to watch two great teams clash. Me and Hillel have been having a great night. I hope you guys are having a great night at home.
Oh, I hate to do this to you, but it's Hillel and I.
Hillel and I see how it is.
Yeah.
But we're here with the Broncos. They're on the 25-yard line after a flag. I mean, they are in field goal range, so it's not completely unheard of that they go for the field goal.
2nd and 20.
Yeah, but knowing Coach Eric Weddle, I just don't think it's in his books to go for the field goal.
Oh, but we stop right short of that play to get a look at the cheerleaders, and we get to see number 22 running down the sideline.
Ooh, toe tapping there from the QB freshman. Wow. I gotta say, Hillel, he's had a great performance for being a freshman. I mean, 3rd game, you're kind of still getting into the gist of being on this team with all these freshmen, all these seniors and juniors.
Oh, but he is probably pretty used to the intensity, having such a, I hate to say it, scary dad. That would be pretty scary, but he's used to it, I'm sure. Gage Weddle on the field, commanding his football team as a freshman.
As a freshman, certainly impressive. I'm sure the college scouts will be looking out for that one. We might not know it yet, but maybe have a future college talent in front of us.
We'll see.
We have
We'll
the
see.
Broncos here, very close to the red zone on the 12. I mean, they seem very close. It's first down. They have like 4 plays to get into the end zone.
And there's a nice catch
And
right short of the red.
Yeah, they're gonna call that one short. I don't know. I feel like he could have reached out for that one, but called short. Good call by the refs. The Broncos.
Hugo Gonzalez, number 2.
Hugo Gonzalez, number 2. I've heard his name a couple times too. He's had a good play today. Broncos are knocking on the Pointers' door right now. It would not be good for the Pointers to go under again, a 2nd touchdown.
I know it looks very possible that there's going to be another touchdown. It is first on the, looks to be the 3rd-yard line. Let's see.
Number 11 seemed to not be able to get it in there. Number 22, my bad. The QB's, the head coach's son there. Moved even closer, though. It looks like they're on the 1-yard line. They are really pushing. 2nd down. They still have 2 whole plays to just push through this defensive line.
And bury the Pointers even deeper in debt. Let's see. I mean, again, it's their homecoming game. They don't want to lose, but the Broncos really want to, it's something to beat a team.
And he is in for another Broncos touchdown.
There we go.
I got to say, well, I mean, the Broncos are showing Pointers what's up right now. It is not looking good for the home crowd right now.
There's a minute 45 left in the second to final 3rd quarter game. There's one more quarter after that, 4th quarter, and maybe the Pointers can bring it up, because it looks to be kind of low spirits out there, low energy. I mean, even the crowd seems to be a little calmer. And
I mean, if
that's
your
not what
team's
you want.
Yeah, if your team's down, I mean, I would understand why, but you gotta power through the tough times.
Going for that 2-point conversion.
Not rare to see from Eric Weddle. Ooh, he did sail that one. I don't know. Flag on the play. Pass interference probably on the defense.
Flag on the play, yep.
I don't know if it'll be a repeat down. It might be enforced on the kickoff. It is going to be pass interference on the Broncos, I believe. So they're going to have a 2nd shot to make this game even farther out of reach from the Pointers.
Yeah, it's quite the lead. It's not over yet. I mean, it's not over at all. We've seen some crazy stuff happen tonight, so we'll just have to see.
That's true. And you know what they say, Paul?
What do they say, Ethan?
Pressure makes diamonds.
Pressure makes diamonds.
It is definitely not impossible for Pointers to come back here and show them who's boss. I mean, on their homecoming night, you got to show out for the fans.
Are we going to get some diamonds? Are we going to get some coal? We're going to have to see tonight on this lovely broadcast of the Pointers versus the Broncos with my good friend Ethan Ramirez, and I'm Hillel Jacobs. We're so happy to be out here with you guys.
I'm loving being out here. And I believe that the Broncos did not get the 2-point conversion.
There you can see Eric commanding his team down there, Coach Eric.
Coach Eric Weddle.
There's a whole host of coaches that we've yet to mention. I mean, there is a lot that goes into keeping together a football team. There's the student managers, there's the coaches, there's the players, there's even the water boys. There's everybody makes a team, and they're really, there's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah, most of the time, you only think about the players and the people in the field, but behind the scenes, the coaches are running the show. So we'll take a moment to give kudos to the coaches for putting on a great game for all of us, for the homecoming fans and for the visitor fans that traveled. It's been a great game so far. I mean, we're about to find out if pressure makes diamonds for Point Loma here. They're going to have another opportunity to go down the field and score. I mean, they're running out of moments to score. I mean, you get about 6 minutes to drive, and if Broncos score again, I'm sorry to say hello, but I think it just might be over here for the Pointers.
Yeah. I mean, we're just going to have to see. We're going to have to see what happens. Again, as we've seen earlier, crazy things have happened tonight at this game. So let's just sit back, relax, and enjoy this show as it unfolds.
For sure. There is a penalty in that play. I don't know if you know this, but if you kick the ball out of bounds on the kickoff, it is a flag, and they get moved up. So the Pointers are going to have an early starting point here on the 35, other than the 25. So it's looking good for them so far. It's a good start.
All right, we're just going to have to see. First down for the Pointers. Now's their time to shine. Now's their time to show the Broncos what's going to happen and if they can get some more points on the board and kind of break up this lead. Again, it is their homecoming football night. It is their night to show off their play, their game to their fans, to their school.
Yeah, and we have 1 minute and 40 seconds left in this first half.
Far pass and a great right into the basket, number 9.
Wow, what a catch from Point Loma. I was just saying that they had to put something together, and they have proved me wrong here. Oh, my gosh.
And that was wide receiver Romeo Carter. We've seen him really step it up this game. He's been playing really well. He's played really well last game as well. He is a key player for this game. Romeo Carter last game got 100 receiving yards versus Otai. That's pretty good for a receiver. He's really playing well.
Yeah, and 181 on the full season, just 2 games, and we're seeing that climb right now.
All right, let's see.
Wow,
It's a handoff.
great run from Point Loma. I mean, they must have heard me from the booth because they are going hard. We were saying they weren't playing with motivation and encouragement, but I think we're just wrong. Like, these people have some will to fight in them. That's what we like to see in the booth. A good game for the fans, good game from the teams. I think they still have a shot at winning this game.
Oh, I know they have a shot, and I regret being negative beforehand because this is looking pretty good.
Looking pretty good. I would not call it far thought to say that they might score on this drive. The running back has definitely put him on the back, getting him close within the 10-yard line. They are in the red zone, folks. And we might have a Point Loma touchdown coming out. And a flag on the play. It might be coming back. Might be coming back right now. Or do you see who this flag is on? Confusing things are happening.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Wow. I mean, I think it's getting choppy on that field. Players butting heads. I mean, it's not something you want to see, but, I mean, it's a part of the game. But it will get taken back, and now, I mean, Point Loma still has a shot here, but it's going to be, like, second down and multiple yards now.
And I don't know if you can hear it, but there is the Imperial Anthem, Star Wars, playing from the Point Loma brass team. They're doing pretty well, hyping up the crowd. And
pretty well tonight. I mean, I gotta give hope to them. They have been providing great music for the background for this live stream. Fake pass there from the QB.
Yeah, number 8 again runs it down the field. That's Elijah Peterson. He's been a pretty integral part of the team tonight, really getting those quick, small yard plays, just holding down the Point Loma's offense, because it's hard. It was especially hard in the beginning when they couldn't get a lot of far passes out there.
I mean, I say so. And we looks like we are running out of time right now. We're gonna get one play off before the half maybe, and they do. 0 seconds on the clock in the third quarter. Ooh, through the hands. Might want to check him for some butter in his fingers. I'm sorry I said it again,
You said
but
it
it's
again.
true.
But that was Romeo Carter. I mean, he's one of their key players. He's one of the best players on the, one of the key players on the team. Let's not diss him too hard, Ethan.
And with that, folks, we're at the end of the third quarter, and now this is the pivotal moment in the game. Fourth quarter, pressure makes diamonds. I mean,
Let's see.
things happen. I mean, we'll find out what this Point Loma team is really made of. If they have even a chance to come back in this game, they're knocking on the door of the Broncos. We'll find out.
We'll have to see. I mean, last year, they pretty much were neck and neck. The last game they did play, the Broncos did beat the Pointers last year 10-7, but they both also qualified for the semifinals CIF Division II last year.
Which is
they're
impressive.
Both, they're both pretty good teams, pretty equal out here, you know? And, you know, summer practices make a big difference. New upcoming freshmen and leaving seniors, new coaches. There are so many other factors that go into the game that it's just, we're just kind of, we're here and we're going to watch it. We're going to see what happens.
Well, you could not have said it any better. And for you non-football fans out there, every single quarter, the teams switch sides on the field. So you're going to see Point Loma on the left trying to score on the Broncos on the right. The Broncos are on the Point Loma is on the 17-yard line. They are knocking on the doorstep of this Broncos team that has been dominant tonight so far. We're going to see if they try to bring it back here. But hello, I have faith in these people.
I do, but you can definitely hear those Broncos fans cheering on their team to keep that lead and keep it strong. You can see even the camera shaking from the stands. It's pretty intense out here tonight.
Pretty intense indeed.
Point Loma have the ball. Let's see, and the QB is getting pressure. Looks like he's shirt grabbed and brought down.
From the back. I mean, from the start, that play was kind of messy. The ball was hiked low. The QB had to roll out to the back. Like we said, or the Point Loma needs to get their O-line in check.
I know that sack
know.
is gonna kind of hurt the spirits for the whole team and for Ryder Watson, our QB. He's a sophomore. He's pretty young, very young for a QB.
Yeah, battle of the young varsity QBs here. Usually, you see a junior and maybe even a sophomore, senior on these high varsity teams, but they're making their debuts good as these underclassmen.
Yeah, Gage Weddle is a freshman for the Broncos. We have again Ryder Watson for the Pointers. But he sees an open slot and he just goes for it.
I gotta say, Hillel, he's been taking some beatings tonight. I mean, up a little bit and like relax a little more. But if they get back to a one score, literally anything is possible. I mean, we saw multiple kickoff returns for touchdowns. Throwing wide open. Oh my gosh! Interception, the touchback. What a play from number 23 on Rancho, Bernardo.
And that is a big slap in the face for the Pointers as the Broncos dominate them on their own field.
Oh my God, Dan Rodens, wow. Has to be the play of the night from him. Diving behind to catch that pick. The Pointers guy was wide open in that corner and the QB just couldn't bring it up. I cannot believe that. What a play from him.
What a play and what a way to just really shake things up. You know, we really thought that Point Loma was going to get some more points on the scoreboard and shake things up, but no, Broncos keep their lead with an iron fist.
With an iron fist, and you could hear the Broncos celebrating from here, dapping up their teammate and like giving them props, because I gotta say, I'm impressed myself.
And for the old folks in the audience, dapping up is us young people's way of doing a handshake. So,
Good definition in there.
yeah, it's like a high five and a fist bump and a handshake all in one.
You're the Broncos coach right now. You just want to run the ball and waste time because you don't want to give the Pointers the ball back.
No.
The Pointers are running out of time, I must say. I mean, I'm not to say it, but they're kind of getting shut out of this game right now.
But anything can happen, and anything, you know, let's hope for the best for the Pointers, and let's hope for a close game tonight. Let's see.
You can see that the fans are starting to clear out just a little bit. I don't know. It seems like support is wavering for this Pointers team on homecoming night. I know, like I said before, usually teams pick easier targets for their homecoming game, but Point Loma wanted to show some business, and it seems to have not worked well for them.
No, it hasn't. You know what has worked well is their sponsorship with Chick-fil-A for the stadium. They got Chick-fil-A coming out here every football game, every Friday night. I believe it's they set up in their concession stands, and they sell Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches. And I got myself a chicken sandwich. Ethan got himself a chicken sandwich during halftime, and that was good, wasn't it?
It was good. I mean, not again. This isn't a sponsorship, but Chick-fil-A is pretty good if you haven't tried it yourself.
We wouldn't complain if they sponsored.
That's
we do
would-
games
we
on
would not
Fridays, not
complain.
Sundays. We're
Gosh. If you're Point Loma's head coach right now, I know we haven't talked about him. I believe his name Price.
Aaron. No, not Aaron Price. Ryan Price.
The Kiwis coach Ryan Price. I mean, we haven't talked much about him today, but I mean, if you're in his mind right now, if we go deep dive into what he's thinking, man, we gotta lock up on defense and we gotta play the game how we should on homecoming night. Because I mean, the only way they're gonna get this ball back is if this defense locks up. It is second down right now for the Broncos, but they have opportunities still to score. I mean, you just got to have this defense lock in, stop these Broncos. Their offense and running game has been great tonight. I mean,
let's see. All right, nice far pass. Number 99 has an open field in front of him. Tripped, but he's still going. Oh my God, on the sideline, barely brought down.
Wow. I mean, this is just fueling the Broncos. They have all the momentum in the game right now. And, hello? Momentum wins games, I have to say. I mean,
momentum wins games. Number 99, Ethan Tapia. Tapia.
Ethan Tapia.
Oh my goodness, now I'm hungry.
A great run. If the Broncos score here, I mean, we can count pointers as good as out of this game. I don't want to say it, but they are kind of getting put down on their own homecoming game. Tough to kind of grapple with, you know. You wonder if the pressure is really getting to the Pointers here, you know, to perform on the opening night.
And another couple yards for the Broncos.
Broken tackle there.
Little by little, a lot by a lot, they inch their way up.
Stuff is getting heated, like we said. The fourth quarter is where all the magic happens. I think the magic has run out for Point Loma here.
Hey, but let's not be too negative. We're going to have to see what happens tonight. I mean, it is a lot of points to overcome, but a lot can happen in 7 minutes and 5 seconds.
I mean, I think Khalil, we got a good cop, bad cop kind of situation right now. I don't know. I think Point Loma's pretty counted out right now, but you're saying otherwise. We'll see.
Okay, number 12, fake handoff. Gage Weddle. Looks like he lobs it up.
I have a bounce here. That nearly hit one of the coaches on the sideline. Nearly hit us, in fact. But we're still here and safe. That was a close one.
Almost a sack, but not quite. Gage Weddle would not let that happen. But the pass is incomplete as a penalty.
I don't know. I feel like we've seen a lot of incomplete passes this game. I know I've mentioned it a bunch for the viewers who've been here the whole time, but it is definitely, I would not describe this game as a passing showdown. If anything, it has been a running showdown. Both the running backs from this team have been phenomenal tonight. It's going to show in their stats. But they have done great. I mean,
they really
Point
have.
Loma here, 17:30 with 6 minutes and 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. This is where it matters, and they're on the side. They're on their court right now. I mean, magic might have to happen for Point Loma to come back, but I mean, there might just be enough magic in the air.
And like as you've been saying, Ethan, pressure makes diamonds or pressure makes coal. Let's see what the pressure is going to build tonight. All right,
That is a great
kick for
what
the
would you
Broncos.
call that?
No, sorry. Ooh, and despite being swatted by
Oh
the
my
Pointers,
gosh, number 22.
despite being swatted by the Pointers, number 22 still seems to get it and get it in the end zone. He does. Gage Weddle.
Gage Weddle, I'm sure his coach, Dad, is very proud of him for that one. What a run. He cut all the way across the field to make that happen. And I'm not trying to be negative, Hillel, but it is 36-17. And we know Eric Weddle's going for the 2-point conversion.
Wow, what a game tonight. What a game indeed. This is a high-scoring game. There's a lot going on and a lot of points being put on by the Broncos.
Yeah, at halftime, I mean, Point Loma was in the lead, and it seems like they haven't scored a single point in the second half. I mean, maybe it's the halftime jitters or something, but, I mean, something's in the air for this Point Loma defense, and they have the mentality of just giving up.
All right, something uncommon for Eric Weddle. He's going to go for a...
It's a great call, Hillel. I just realized that was the first time that Eric Weddle has kicked a field goal in this game.
Not Eric Weddle, but, commanded it.
He commanded it. That's the first time he's wanted to kick a field goal in the game. Good kick by the kicker. I mean, but something uncommon here. Good call, though. 37-17. It is a 20-point lead. That might be a 3-score deficit. I mean, something needs to happen for Point Loma. Like, they need to lock in. Something needs to click in their brains to have even a chance.
And as you can see, if you were here since the beginning, the stands seem to be slowly trickling out for the Point Loma Pointers supporters. That's not a great thing for the players to see.
Home team.
But hey, 6 minutes and 34 seconds, Ethan. Do you think it could happen?
I'm not the biggest believer, Hillel. You know I am. I got that negative mentality on for Point Loma. And I think Point Loma is digging their own grave right now. They need to put some energy into their game, or I don't know what to say.
I don't know. I like to believe in the impossible. So at least who's with me in the watching at home, I'm going to believe in the impossible and see if the Point Loma Pointers can do something. To change this up.
We'll see here. The Broncos for the kickoff. There seems to be some confusion in the field. Number 7 running across.
All right, I'm getting chilly.
It is getting a little cold tonight. Fog is setting in. Once again, thank you to all the viewers tonight being up with us at 9:32 p.m.
What a good kick from the Broncos. Those horses sure know how to kick back.
And he is locked up on like the 25-yard line.
Ooh,
and he seems to be taken down. He got hit hard. He's up. We're all good. Jogging off the field. We'll give him some claps. We hope he's doing well.
Yeah, jogging it off like a champ. I mean, the last game we covered, which was Cavers versus the Hoover High, that's a rival game right there if you know your high school football. But there was a lot more injuries out there. It was really rough, that game. So compared to that, this one's pretty tame. But, people are still getting hurt. This is a tough game to play. And here we got some maintenance staff.
Another maintenance staff.
Let's go maintenance.
Our director
taking out the trash because without them, these games would not be possible.
It might be a metaphor. I'm not a hater, but I think that was the Broncos taking out Point Loma, the trash.
Oh, wow.
I don't know.
What a comparison.
What comparison? I mean, I'm not trying to, be a beatdown right now, but Point Loma is not looking too hot in the last minutes of the game. If you're Point Loma's head coach here, you just got to start working on it. But there definitely still is hope for this team. Football is a great game that the points, it could be unimaginable, Things just happen, miracles happen. Miracles can happen.
That play. Oh, and there I am. All right, nice pass from the Pointers. It doesn't quite really end up in anyone's hands.
I'm holding myself back a little. I want to say some things, but I'm keeping it positive, Times change. I believe. Point Loma's a chance.
9:35 o'clock at night. It is. It's late. It's not necessarily past my bedtime yet, but I am getting a little bit on the sleepy side. How are you feeling, Ethan?
I'm wide awake, Khalil. I don't know about you, but I feel like I've drank some coffee before this game, and I'm ready for this. We have
All
6
right.
minutes and 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's coming down to the wire. I mean, well, if Point Loma could come back here and tie the game, I think.
How much do you want to wager on that? I don't know if we're allowed to bet.
Oh my gosh, do not tell me. No,
Okay.
it was not.
I don't think either one of us are going to bet on
Yeah.
pointers tonight, but that's okay because anything can happen with 6 minutes and 20
That was
20
almost
seconds
another pick.
remaining.
Almost another pick for the Broncos. You got to give them props tonight. They have played an incredible game in the away stadium. You got to kind of feel for the Pointers here, you know. They tried something new, and it was a great game. They put up a great fight, but kind of drawing to the time right now. If there was some more time in this game, I think definitely we could see a comeback from them. The question is do they crack under the pressure, or do they keep going?
It looks like a couple of incomplete passes is gonna mess them up a little bit. You know, that's probably because of the pressure. But you know, as you said, pressure makes diamonds. Can they become diamonds tonight? We're gonna see.
Well, the way I see this going is that they have to get some great stops on the defense here for the Pointers. Maybe even a pick six if lucky, to even have a chance
Probably
or
a
shot
couple.
at getting this.
Maybe 2 pick sixes.
I'm
Let's
not,
be real.
I'm not the biggest math whiz, but I think it might be a 3-touchdown game to even come back into this game. So the Broncos have led a great game to really kind of shut the Pointers out right now as the fog starts to roll back in.
But yeah, tonight is the second night, the second ever broadcasted San Diego Unified School District's broadcasting team game of the night game. You know, we are so happy to be out here. There's so many people that really made this possible. We have Ethan with me. I'm Hillel right here. We have Sam as a director, and we got so many people on cameras. We got so many people making this possible. So it's great to be out here and great to
It's
be out
great
here
to
with
be
my
out
friends.
here. We had to thank all our members for putting it out here, and thank you especially for watching the broadcast. You know, you watching this gives us motivation to keep going, and we'll be here every single week, so make sure to watch every stream. Have riveting announcing from me and Hillel and other other announcers. But I mean, Hillel, I've had a great night tonight. Have you had a great night?
I've had an amazing night, and I'm having an even greater night as the Broncos push their way down the field in this beautiful ambiance of the fog coming in. It almost looks kind of ethereal, you know, heavenly even as the fog rolls in.
It might be, yeah.
And the Broncos roll down the field for
It
another touchdown.
It might be hard to see on camera, but it is kind of getting foggy out here. I don't know if that's going to mess with the QBs and all, but it's just kind of good for the Broncos here. Slow down the Pointers.
Yeah, definitely helps our lighting though. Gives a nice shine to the whole field. All right. The Broncos on the ball right now. And a nice handoff, and he's pushing his way down the middle left field, taken down. Taken down by number 4 on the Point Loma High School, Ian Metayer. He's a senior. All right. Let's see what the Broncos can do on the 41-yard line. We got a little ways to go, but they already have a lot of points on that board, so let's just see what happens. There's not a lot of stress. They're probably not feeling a lot of stress tonight. They're probably just playing. And number 7 running it down the right side of the field. That's Silas Christensen. He's a junior. Right, little team huddle for the Broncos. And yeah, we're just getting a nice look at this fog. It's a nice ambiance out right now. I'm feeling pretty good. You know, I like it. I am a little cold, but we're going to have to see. But number 26 is running around. The Pointers are trying their hardest to bring him down, and they finally do. Lost a couple of yards there. What do you think, Ethan?
Yeah, I mean, hello, we have 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I'm sad to say it, but I think the game is over for the Pointers. I just don't see possible to score that many times in 3 minutes.
Hey, but we've had a good game, and they definitely had a good game. You know, reminiscing on old times. Remember when the Broncos had a kickoff, receive touchdown, and the Pointers showed them right back that they're going to do the same thing, and they're going to say, "Oh, you think you can do that? You think you're so cool? No, we can do that too." And they just did that.
Great point, Halal. I mean,
It's been a fun game.
Even though there's a loser and winner in every single game, both these teams are winners tonight because they have both played incredible games. We should definitely compliment both types of players, all the coaches, all the staff, all the players. They have done a phenomenal job tonight and made it a very interesting game for us.
Incomplete. Third and 6. Incomplete pass intended for number 88. Fourth and 6 for Rancho Bernardo.
If you guys are still here with us, we'd like to thank you again for coming out tonight and watching the live broadcast. We appreciate it. You watching allows us to know that we should keep doing this more and we should make it bigger and better. And we hope that over these seasons and next Fridays, we improve and we provide great streams for you guys. I mean, I've had a great time. Definitely one of my best experiences I've ever had here with you guys.
Nice punt.
He does bobble the punt there, but he's able to recover it. Good recovery from the Pointers there. It could have been devastating for them.
Definitely could have, but number 9, Romeo Carter, we've heard his name a lot. He got back on it before any Broncos could get their hooves on his ball.
As the game, are winding down, you see the fans start to leave a little bit. I mean, to reminisce on the night, I believe that it's been a great game. Definitely one to remember. Kind of sad for Point Loma for their homecoming, but I think they had a great time. And make sure, guys, if you're enjoying the game, to subscribe to the channel and watch more of these streams because we'll make them bigger and better, and we're hoping to make this a very concrete thing for more and more weeks to come.
Yeah, I mean, we are the San Diego Unified School District Game of the Week team. And, yeah, we stream a game every single Friday night where there's going to be different people on the broadcast,
Live broadcasting.
Different people announcing. We're a good team out here, and we're trying our best to give a show to you guys. We're not giving the show. We're just showing you the show of these amazing football players.
Look at that fog. From a second ago, we saw that great fog. Oh, my gosh.
Ball carrier E.J. Peterson. We've heard his name a lot. He's a running back for the Broncos.
And after this game's over, don't go anywhere because we're going to take a second after the game to recap the game for all the people just showing up and talk a little bit after. And if you like our commentary, please let the comments know so we can come back on here. Have a great time.
Ooh, what a nice pass to number 12. That's Drew Wayne, wide receiver for the Point Loma Pointers. Pass complete for Andrew.
The Pointers will have one more chance probably here tonight with 1 minute and 15 seconds left of the game. Come out and have one last rally, end their homecoming off with a bang. Even though, sadly, they won't get the win, you can still end off strong, playing hard with the determination like it's 0-0.
Yeah, it's good to really have a good mentality when you're out there and just play like your heart. Play with all your heart. Play like there's no score on the board.
You said it, hello.
Yeah. Hand off to E.J. Peterson. 1 minute on the clock. No, I'm sorry, 42 seconds on the clock.
40 seconds and the clock is running. It seems like the Pointers have given up on trying to stop the clock and just let it play out. I want to say it has been a great game tonight. I hope you've all have enjoyed this. Once again, do not leave immediately because we'll have a great game recap for you after.
All
But
right,
it seems
second
like
and 7.
it seems like the Broncos team is getting ready to walk on the field and shake the hands of the opposing team because after all, these teams are friends, you know. They're friends, players know each other, and it's just a game, you know. All feelings aside.
Oh, wow. A
Both
couple
teams played
yards
great.
lost for the Pointers. That was second and 7, not anymore.
And that is going to end the game, folks. Time has run out. The winners are the Rancho Bernardo Broncos, 17 points, Point Loma Pointers. Once again, do not go anywhere because we will have a great recap of the game after this.
Yeah, that was an amazing game, Ethan. The Broncos really showed the Pointers what it's like to play against such a strong and valiant team, and they showed them on the Pointers' home field on their homecoming night. It's a big deal. It's a big deal for the Broncos.
Big deal indeed, and you could definitely see it. This coach here is make a big difference. Point Loma is definitely a division rival, and they both went far in the championships last year. So, being this dominant in a win definitely shows how much this team has come along, and they're aggressive, and they played a great game. So, kudos to both teams because they both had an amazing night tonight. Anyway,
They've had a really great night, and they've played really well. I mean, it's been fun. I still am a little taken aback for those of you who were in the beginning to see that that kick touchdown return 2 in a row. That was pretty gnarly.
great way to start off the game.
Great way to start off the game. And it was a pretty great end of the game for both teams. They both played really well, played their heart out. Just had a lot of fun tonight.
So let's have a quick recap of the game here, Alo. Game started off very hot, 0-0. We had no idea what going in, what was going to happen, and it seemed that way for the very start until we had a kickoff return from Point Loma, I believe, to get the game started off hot, and we were wondering if the Broncos are going to have enough energy to come back and respond.
I'm pretty sure it's the other way around. The Broncos, but yes. And the Broncos, I believe, were up by 7, and then the Pointers had a kickoff, return, touchdown to tie it back up for the game. And then the Pointers, later on in the game, later on the second quarter, were able to get those 3 points.
Yeah, I mean, going into the halftime, really had no idea the Pointers were up, and we thought this might be a really close game. But you look at the score now, and you think, what happened? I mean, both teams played a great game, but obviously, when the Broncos came out at that halftime, they were pumped. They were psyched. I don't know if I saw that in the Pointers, but nonetheless, they played a great game.
They played a great game, and the Broncos just that second half just got points on points on points. Played really, really well, and just got a second wind.
Got a second wind indeed. I mean, you could definitely see which team had the motivation to keep playing in the hard times. The fourth quarter is what matters. Like we said, pressure makes diamonds, and I think the Broncos have come up with a pack full of diamonds tonight.
Pack full of diamonds. That's a good way to end off tonight's game. Let's give a round of applause back at home for this amazing broadcast of the Broncos versus the Pointers. It's been fun, Ethan. Have you had fun tonight?
I've had a great time. I mean, what a night to have. We'll be coming up on camera here very soon. We say our goodbyes. There we go.
Well,
nice to see you guys.
Thank you for coming to tonight's broadcast.
Well, we've had a great time. I hope you had an amazing time. Definitely one of the best nights I've ever had in my life. I hope that you had the same feeling, and I hope you enjoyed our commentating. You know, we try our best to make this a good show for you guys, and we hope that we did a good job. And if you want to see us here again, just make sure to comment. You know, I like Hillel and Ethan, and we'll try to come back here.
Yeah, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Have a good night, folks, and thank you for tuning in to San Diego Unified School District's Game of the Week.
Have a great night, everyone. Make sure you get good sleep tonight.